this is the funniest thing that I heard yesterday. I didn't bring it up to you because we ran out of time, but funnier than my air checks. Funnier than my early tapes at my radio station when I first started out in radio.
Now, this must be funny because those are pretty funny.
Yeah. Billy says to me, Billy kept saying, the reason Ralph is so annoying and he tries to be funny at these bar mitzvahs and weddings and stuff whenever we all get together, and he throws pieces of paper at the help and everything, he says he wants to be a performer. And I said, nah, I don't think that's it, But Billy doesn't tell me. Ralph evidently has been calling Billy over and over again to write him a stand-up act. No.
Jeez.
Oh, this is interesting.
How funny is that?
That was right out of left field, too.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Now he has that quiz.
You're
quizzical
kidding.
look on his face.
According to Billy, you've asked V for Billy to write you a stand-up act?
No. It's completely not true.
You don't call Billy.
No, I've never called
You've never
Billy.
spoken to V West?
I've spoken to V.
And you never asked if Billy could write you funny jokes?
No.
Really?
I swear to God.
Oh, we'll wait till Billy gets in here.
Yeah.
We'll confront you then.
Because Billy claims you're trying to put together a stand-up act.
Why would he make that up?
Yeah, I don't understand.
I don't know. I don't think that Billy would make that up.
Billy needs to be medicated, or maybe he is. Maybe
I don't
that's
know.
the problem. I don't know.
Maybe that's why he looks like a spaz on the E! Network.
Yeah. I do impressions. Billy.
All right, very good. All right, I'll find out when he comes
Yeah.
in. Thank you. Rah, retard.
Oh, I hope that's true.
Yeah,
This Ralph, I give him a job to do. It always backfires. I end up doing it myself. I'm really into biking now. I go bike riding every day.
Now, why is Ralph involved?
Well, when I bike ride, you evidently need special glasses.
Yeah.
Bike riding glasses?
Yeah, I know it sounds corny, but the reason you need them is the wind. I never realized how much the wind and the dirt kick up into your face.
Oh, yeah, get grit.
What?
You get a
Oh,
lot
my
of grit.
God. I mean, I could barely open my eyes this morning. So
You need something like goggles?
no, there's sunglasses, but they wrap around, almost like Yoko wraps around her sunglasses,
Well, that would be a type of goggle.
Yeah, like a sports glasses, they call them. So, unfortunately, I can't see that good, and I don't wear contact lenses, so you have to put some sort of prescription in these goggles, and it's very difficult because the goggles wrap around and it's hard to put a lens in them.
Yes.
So that started me on my search for sports sunglasses. So I bought a pair at the bike shop. They cost like $150, $200, and they put an eyeglass piece inside the glasses. So in other words, you have glasses on your nose, and then the wraparound glasses.
Oh.
You have two apparatus on your nose, and I got a big nose. Thank God, I can carry all these apparatus.
You've got room for a couple more sets.
But when I bought those, it was by a company called Bole, and they're off my face so that all the dirt and grit get right up
Still
into my
gets in
eyes.
you.
So you need wraparound glasses. So I don't know. It just seems like it's very difficult to get these glasses. So there's this company, Oakley, that makes glasses, and they actually can do it so that there's not two glasses. There's only
They
one
make
glasses.
one pair of glasses with a prescription lens.
Yeah, but they have to do it themselves, and I put Ralph in charge of getting me some Oakleys, but also in the meantime, Oakley takes like 6 weeks to get you the glasses. So then there was another pair of sunglasses with like these like motorcycle glasses, like the sides are covered up so you don't get dirt in your eye. I tell Ralph to get me the glasses. I send them over there. Then the guy says Ralph told him not to make the glasses. Then I finally call over there. Now Ralph was supposed to pick me up the glasses today. Now I find out that the glasses have gone out to Long Island. My wife's supposed to pick them up. That means I'll never get the friggin' glasses. I put him in charge. I don't know. And then all of a sudden, Gay Rich is involved. I got Gay Rich, my wife, the guy Lloyd
There's
from the
50
glasses
people
place.
involved.
I just want the friggin' glasses. I can't see.
How is that my fault? And it broke down when you made the call to the shop.
No.
You shouldn't have been involved. You didn't need to be involved. You would have.
Oh, I don't need to be involved? Where's my glasses? I still don't have glasses.
You would have had them first thing this morning.
What is
You
it,
didn't
Gary?
make a call.
You're sure I would have? Like I was supposed to have them yesterday.
No. I got a weird call from the eye guy yesterday.
Yeah.
They weren't ready
Your
yesterday.
buddy Lloyd. And he said he wanted to know if he could drop the glasses off with somebody that your wife is friends with.
Carol.
And I said, hey, you know what? You better call Ralph. I don't know what's going on
Yeah,
here.
then he called Ralph and it didn't get straightened out.
Because he wanted to give him to like your neighbor, and I didn't even know who it was.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what happened, but
he
Ralph
didn't
screwed
call
up.
me. I called him.
Yeah, and you spoke to him, so what happened?
And he told me he talked to you, and he set it up where Carol was going to bring him
No,
to the
I don't
house.
want my wife involved. I don't want Carol involved. I didn't do anything.
And then I tried to call you to find out if this was okay, whatever, and you never called me back. So what do you want me to do?
I didn't get your message, dickwad.
Well,
I don't have to. I can't sit by the machine.
Check your machine.
No, I don't want a guy who I got to get 25 calls from. Get me the glasses now. Get out. Get out of here. Get me the glasses.
You don't have to make 27 calls.
You're incompetent.
Why did you call the I-Man? Why did you call them?
Why did I call them?
Yeah.
Because you were unable to deliver the glasses to me as of yesterday when I gave Gay Rich $10 to go pick up the glasses.
Because they weren't ready. They weren't
So why
tinted.
didn't you call
These
me and
things
tell me
take
that?
time.
Why didn't you call and tell me that? I had to go
did.
find out.
You weren't there. You
no,
didn't
you
call
didn't.
me back.
I checked my machine at 1 o'clock when I called the I-Man, and you hadn't called me. And don't yell at me because you don't know what you're doing. And all incompetent people yell because they don't do their job. I still don't have the glasses.
Is that why you're yelling?
Yeah. It wasn't my job to get done. Am I right? I give him a job. All I know is my wife's involved, Carol's involved. I want my glasses.
You shouldn't have been involved. That's where it broke down. You would have had them this morning.
I'm sure.
I was in the city all day.
You told me I was
going to
have them yesterday. Yeah, I saw. I saw how I was supposed to get them yesterday.
Yeah.
I waited here at 1 o'clock and never got
You
them.
called me at 6:30 one night and said you needed glasses. I got on my blades and ran into the city.
Ralph.
Like a maniac.
Are they
I ran
here?
up and in.
Are the glasses in my hand this morning?
No, then it's your fault.
Okay. Thank you.
You would have
My
had
fault.
it. You would have had them if you didn't call and make arrangements.
Thank you. Thank you for helping me out. Thank you. Thank you for helping me out. Now my wife's involved. I'll never see the glasses. Like I never see food in the house and I don't see anything else I need. I can't go get them today. I got to go for a nail and foot appointment.
I talked to your wife last night, and she said they'd be there for 7 in the morning.
I bet you, I guarantee it, when I come home, they won't be on my desk.
Well, I'll do everything
I'll be
I can
doomed.
to make sure
Thank you. I'm
well,
sitting
now
there.
they're in another system. You can't even delay.
Now,
you can't stop that from happening.
No, Ralph couldn't stop that. After he spoke to you, he couldn't say, no, I will pick them up tomorrow. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Has to involve my wife. He always involves my wife.
I didn't involve your wife.
I don't want to hear it anymore. Get out.
I didn't.
I'm just saying. I didn't ask you in. I was talking to Robin. I don't want to talk to you. I read Prodigy. No one likes you.
You like me.
All right, get out of here.
I'm working on my act. I
You're
gotta go.
dirt. Yeah, I got to hear about this. According to Billy, Ralph has been trying to get some sort of stand-up act together. That I got to hear.
I want to. Yeah, Ralph, have you ever told a joke?
No, not professionally.
That doesn't stop him. You know what it is? I think Ralph's saying, hey, I get on the radio once in a while like Gorilla and these guys. Maybe I can make some appearances.
Oh, boy.
But I need an act.
I need something to do.
Right.
You know, they all start out that way. Write me a few minutes of material.
Yeah. They either go to Jackie or Billy.
Yeah.
Everyone's afraid to go to Fred.
I would go to Fred.
All right. Why don't you do an act where you try suicide on stage? Like you try to kill yourself each time.
Like that Daffy Duck cartoon?
Yeah,
Where he drinks
like a Daffy Duck cartoon. Everyone can relate to that, Ralph.
Yeah.
Everyone's seen that. All right, thank you. You're right in touch with America. Daffy
Everybody
Duck.
has seen that.
Way to tap in.
Had a way to tap into America's psyche. Daffy Duck cartoons.
Cool.
Why don't you appear somewhere and blow out the audience's hair?
There you go.
Yeah.
Now that's fun.
See,
That's an act.
That's an act. You can blow out different people's hair on stage.
And it's constructive.
And it's good.
My way left side.
And he can engage him in inane conversations while he does it.
you should layer your hair.
Yeah, so anyway, I'm just trying to get these glasses for my new hobby.
The moment after he gets these glasses,
My
he'll
hobby will be
through
over.
with it.
Yeah. By the time I get the glasses, I'll be blind and have no hobby. Hey, as long as Billy just walked in. Billy, how come you told me yesterday that Ralph was asking you to write him a stand-up act? And then you just walked in and said you were lying.
I made it up.
Why? You were serious.
I wanted to stir it up.
Oh, you did not. Come on. What happened?
What?
What are you saying?
I was just fooling around.
Jackie, was he
How
fooling
did this
around?
come up?
No, wait a minute, Willie. That whole thing about Ralph talking to V was totally made up?
Yeah.
Why did you make it up?
I don't know. I wanted to stir it up.
But how can you stir it up?
What are you stirring up? I don't understand.
I don't know. I just thought it would be fun.
What was going through your mind?
Nothing.
But you were dead serious. I mean, you weren't stirring anything up. You said that Ralph had gone to V at Scott Einziger's wedding and asked that you write him a stand-up act.
No.
But that's what you told me yesterday.
No, I didn't.
Guys,
All right, what I heard him say to you, I don't
was
know
it
if
on
I heard
3
all-
different occasions he'd asked V to
that
ask...
Ralph said to V, do you think you could get Billy to write me a few funny lines to say?
I think Billy's like a weird guy, and like
Well, I'm
Told me
wondering
this
if,
too.
I'm
he
wondering
told you
if
this
V-
too?
Yeah.
V might have put
in
the
back, he told
kibosh
me
on
this.
this.
He told you this?
Yeah, Billy told me the same thing.
Yeah, I know. But why would you lie
Billy,
about
why are you running around lying about me like that?
Well, I can understand that
I don't know.
totally.
This lion thing feels so good. Now I see why everybody's so into it.
Are you having a nervous breakdown, man?
You're really
Billy?
weird, Billy.
I know.
I think they transplanted too many hairs in your head.
No, I think V said that maybe V and Ralph have a bond or something.
No, I have a feeling V lied to Billy about it.
But
And now
And
he's
now Billy-
covering for her?
but why would she? Why would she do that? She likes
Well,
Ralph.
why would you do it?
But why would she feel so neglected that she has to make up something?
Why do
to
you?
Get me
Why do
going?
you feel so neglected? I mean, substitute your own name.
This is a very strange thing.
Yesterday, I'm sitting in here, and we're talking about Ralph because Ralph had been acting weird at Scott Einziger's wedding.
Hey, can I just say, I wasn't
And Billy
acting
says
weird.
to me,
I was having
think,
fun.
But Billy said to me quite in seriousness, said, Ralph sort of wants to be a performer. I said, well, no,
So
I
he
don't.
had a whole premise behind.
Yeah, and I said, Billy, I don't think so. And all the guys were here, and he goes, well, he's already called V 2 or 3 times, and my wife, and asked if I could write him a stand-up act.
And no laughing, like,
No.
ha, that's a joke.
No, and then even Jackie said, hey, I'm surprised he never called me. And I said, and we were goofing on Jackie, actually.
But Billy never said at that point.
No, it
No,
wasn't like a joke.
My theory.
Right, Fred?
It didn't seem like humor.
No, there was nothing funny about it.
It was
And then-
kind of matter of fact. It wasn't like it was headed for
he
the
told me
air.
he wasn't laughing. He goes, Ralph's approached V a number of times, and
Yeah,
asked her.
and
He
then
didn't
I
say
said,
was
well,
only
did he offer to
kidding.
pay and stuff? He goes, no, I don't know what he wants to do.
Yeah, he didn't say he was only kidding.
And I said, well, but then Jackie said, well, maybe Ralph just wants to be funny around here, when he comes in on the air and have a
Yeah.
couple of lines. He goes, no, he wants a stand-up act. So I said, gee, I don't know. He's never mentioned this to me.
And then he's saying it to John away from you, so it's like
Yeah.
a different conversation he brings this
Yeah,
up
so
in?
Billy, why would you? I mean, tell me the truth. Tell me
All
the
right,
God's honest truth. What
I
happened?
thought it might embarrass him if I brought it up.
But it is true.
Because he didn't
So
go
it
to
is
me.
true.
He didn't go to me.
He went to V.
at Robin's book signing, and one time before that. But she was stunned. She thought he was kidding around.
So
and then
it
he
is
did
true.
So it is true.
Yeah, it's true.
Man, Billy, you're so
Wait.
Billy, is it true or not?
It's true.
Then why are you saying it's not true?
Because I wanted to see how far he's going to take this.
It's not true.
The other day, I had this theory that you have angst about being a performer. You're surrounded by performers,
Right.
and you can't perform, so you're kind of causing a calamity wherever you go.
No, Ralph has
in
said
real
to
life.
me. Ralph has said to me, gee, I wish I could play an instrument. I'd start a band or something because now he has some sort of fame, even though it's negative fame.
So
and
you
he's-
can kind of feel that.
No,
angst.
that's why it makes total sense.
No,
that he's been-
we joke around about that. I mean,
says,
if
yeah,
I
but
wanted to learn an instrument, I could.
And Ralph has often said to me, Gary goes to these performances, goes to these appearances and doesn't even try to prepare anything. You think he'd prepare something so people wouldn't feel so ripped off.
I didn't say that.
Well, I mean, we've had that kind of.
yeah, well, just talking about
Yeah.
what these guys go out and do.
Right.
It's kind of lame. Yeah.
You'd say you'd want to do so. So I mean,
But
so,
I didn't say I wanted to do
So
anything.
why did you? So you started calling V?
No.
You've never called V.
I just called
No.
V.
Yeah.
This gets even weirder now. So I called V and I said, V, come on, what's the deal? Did Ralph ever ask you? And she goes, I think I'd like to quote the great murderer football player OJ and say, I plead the fifth. So I said, no, V, really, no kidding around. She goes, I plead the fifth. No, I go, V, come on, be serious. She goes, I plead the fifth. And I couldn't get anything else out of her except I plead
get
the
her on
fifth.
So
Yeah.
what obviously happened is that she told Billy this whole cockamamie story,
And she must be feeling weird now.
and now Billy's covering for her.
Yeah, she must be feeling weird with Ralph, and she wants to
But I don't know why she would do that, though. Is she that neglectful?
Get her on
So
the
you
phone.
think V made it up, or you think V's covering for Ralph?
I think V made it up. She told Billy this
She
whole
likes
convoluted
Ralph.
story.
She likes Ralph. She wouldn't.
She
do-
likes him, but she wants to feel like she's conducting business on your behalf or something. So,
Let me
I mean, she just wants to.
You think V now made this up?
If I was going to go to anybody, I'd go to you.
Maybe if he likes you so much, he wants to work on a stand-up act with you.
Hey, if
She
you want
wants to represent Ralph.
Wait a minute. Have you ever even said jokingly to V?
No, that's why.
Billy,
No
it is
idea.
true, though, as far as you know, that she said
Yeah.
this?
Yeah.
Your wife's...
Oh, boy.
Is your wife getting wacky on you?
What
Who
can I
cares?
tell you?
She's
I
good in
don't-
bed.
I don't
Getting.
I got to say, Nancy Sirianni's looking like the most stable out of the bunch.
I'm glad to hear that it's V because I was scared for a second that Billy had lost it.
I know. Well, Billy's covering for his wife.
Well, who doesn't? Well,
Hey, V? V,
Good morning.
good morning. Why'd you tell Billy that Ralph's been asking for a stand-up act?
I never in a million years said Ralph has asked for a stand-up act. That's not true.
Oh, so Billy...
Yeah, no, I never said that.
What did you tell me?
You embellished a little bit.
What, to
I said
write
that
jokes?
He came to her privately more than once, and it was kind of weird. I thought
About what?
maybe he was kidding around. See if you could get Billy to write some stuff for me, will you?
Yeah.
And she was like,
V, has Ralph come up to you and asked you...
To get Billy to write some stuff?
Twice.
When? V, when?
Ralph.
V, what are you talking about?
Ralph.
V.
Ralph, look at where you are. You're in the, pardon my French, effing catbird seat. You know, Howard would help you with anything. Go for it, Ralph. Take advantage of the situation. You know, come on. Let's tell the truth.
What? I don't know what you're talking. I mean, if I did, I would be upfront about it. I would ask. First of all, if I wanted any advice, I would go to Howard. Nobody else. No insult to anybody else, but I wouldn't go to.
V, are you saying that he came to you and said this, and now he's denying it?
Ralph.
V, when?
Ralph.
What are you talking about?
Ralph, don't make me do this. You and I have a special thing. Come on, Ralph. Don't make me do this,
V, you're
Ralph.
great. I love you, but I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea.
Who do you believe, Robin?
I gotta think V's telling the truth now.
Do you?
Ralph's protesting. He's turning red over there.
No, I'm not.
I think I'm believing Ralph.
Really?
I think so.
Let's look at
I mean,
me,
I like
Howard.
V. I like Ralph. I just don't. I can't imagine that
V,
Ralph.
why don't you tell him where he said it?
Yeah. What was this?
Refresh his memory.
First time, I don't even exactly remember where I was. I just remember being really stunned. Really, really
So am
stunned
I.
because I had no comeback for it. So then the second time, I can tell you exactly where that was, and I'm really PO'd at myself because I'd been through it once before. I should have had a snappy retort to get me out of it. But, I...
Get you out of it?
Get you out of what?
Out of what?
She doesn't want Billy writing for Ralph.
If you want Billy to write for you, he's more than happy to. Approach me. We'll discuss,
But he did approach you.
The size of his paycheck is. You can't just say to me offhandedly, get Billy to write me a few lines. What do you think? I could be fun. Get Billy to write a few lines for me once in a while.
I believe
You can't
Ralph.
ask me for
I think
that.
V's making this all up.
Where was the second place?
No, you guys are just trying to make me nuts.
No, I swear to you. I don't
Maybe
know.
you don't
Where
know.
was the
but
second place?
I think V is making this all up because she can't remember when Ralph asked her.
She says she
But
knows
wait.
about the second place for sure.
Wait, yeah.
Where is the
where was
second place?
place?
When we were at Rizzoli's.
What's Roselli's?
Robin's book signing.
The book party at
No,
there was a, you guys went to a restaurant afterwards.
There was no drugs or alcohol involved.
Wait.
Robin signing in town. Was it Rizzoli's or Brentano's? Oh my God, I'm giving a plug for them. It was at the book signing that I attended,
The
Robin.
book signing
Right.
at
In Manhattan.
Brentano's.
The first one?
And V, you're saying that Ralph walked up to you and said, "Would Billy?"
We were talking. We were talking
At a restaurant, did you say?
No, at the
not
bookstore.
Not at a restaurant. Never said at a restaurant. I said it was not at a book party. It was not at the book party. It was at the book signing that I attended. And so it was in Manhattan. I have not gone anywhere else.
That first one.
Sorry, Robin.
And it was like in the bookstore I approached you?
We were talking and it came up. You didn't come out of the blue and go, "Hey, V, blah, 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 blah." Come on, Ralph.
What
You're not
did
smoother than that.
I
Give yourself some
say?
credit, honey.
What did I say?
You said, I'm a funny guy. You get Billy to write a few lines for me. And I'm just stunned when you say that because, you want to discuss it. Let's talk about it. But, Billy is more than happy to write for people as long as there's a check in the mail.
I wish Billy would write something for me. I got a check in the mail, and Billy won't write a damn thing.
Don't take me down that road.
Really? What road am I taking you down?
Come on, Billy contributes quite a bit. I'm very proud.
There you go.
I'm very proud.
His mom? But anyway, listen, V, what was the conversation leading up to that? Because...
Ralph, now you need context.
Well, I don't know. I never.
You know what? Most of what you say, I listen to. You listen to me, but I can't remember everything because nothing stuns me, and nothing has that much chutzpah, quite frankly. No one has ever approached me and asked me that.
Billy's just sitting there quiet.
He's whipped.
Jeez, I hate doing this.
Why?
V, I swear to God,
I really do.
I really like you too, and I have no idea what you're talking about.
You didn't joke around about
maybe
like that?
that's why I'm trying to ask what the conversation was. Maybe you said something like,
you know what? The first time you said
but it sounds like V was insulted.
I thought maybe you were
but you know what doesn't make
around.
sense about V's story? So why would she be so insulted by this?
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't understand any of it.
Why wouldn't
I
she just say?
don't understand Ralph. I don't understand V.
Why wouldn't V just say, "Hey, if you want Billy to write for you, then let's discuss
Are
payment."
you serious? Then give me a call at this number.
Yeah, why would you try to avoid that conversation?
Because I really didn't feel Ralph was approaching me in a business manner. I felt that he was asking me to have Billy just do him a favor and do this for him. And that's
Ralph, you swear you don't even know what she's talking
him
about.
and Billy, and that Billy.
you know me. I swear to you.
Ralph would admit it. I know he would.
I would.
You know what?
I admit I was almost the lesbian priest.
Howard,
There's a
I have
complete
a nation's
misunderstanding.
worth of people listening to me now.
No.
If I was really going to BS, why don't I have something to plug? I have nothing to plug. I have a shower I need to take and a day to begin.
I understand.
So,
All right,
you know,
take it
but
easy.
I'm
Oh,
lying,
boy.
okay?
All right. Hey, I'm not saying you're lying. I don't even want to argue
I
with
think
you.
that somehow there was a gross misunderstanding.
You know, maybe we were.
That must have been what it was.
Well, why wouldn't
you
Ralph
know?
go up to Billy and ask him directly?
But I'm saying Ralph didn't really ask this. There's something happened that somehow she took it that Ralph was asking Billy just to jot off some lines for him.
I don't know.
But there was never any real.
There doesn't seem to
Maybe,
be.
maybe Ralph was joking, and maybe
Hold
Billy
on a second.
did
Hold
jot
on.
up a few lines
Robin,
because
was
I
the-
didn't get the joke.
Was there any chance at this book signing that Ralph might have been called to your side and maybe asked some questions by the press or something like
No.
that? You know what I mean? Like,
No, listen.
You see
You know
what
what,
I'm saying?
Jackie? Thank you. I never know what you're saying.
What the hell was he doing?
You're right.
no, maybe Ralph was.
Maybe Ralph was going to be interviewed by the press, and they needed
See,
some
Ralph
lines.
is so bulletproof. You just believe
Right.
him point blank.
No, I don't. You know, Jackie, stop being obnoxious and
everybody
always.
not being obnoxious?
You believe Ralph point blank. I'm saying this story makes no sense. Ralph's bulletproof. You believe
Why
anything
would
he
they
says.
get up out of a closet?
It's not that. It doesn't make sense. Why would V be insulted by Ralph
And why
asking?
would Ralph be
that's
pulled off to
totally
the side to be
So
interviewed?
the story sounds wacky to me. And Ralph
But
would not.
something
If
had to
Ralph
happen.
wanted lines written for him, he'd be the first one to admit it. He wouldn't be uptight about it.
That's what's
That's why I'm a little curious
See,
about
I
all
think
this.
something was said that really meant nothing to Ralph, but V.
But maybe V heard something out of Ralph's mouth and Ralph doesn't remember.
Yeah.
So there's no resolution to this bit. I want to end it. I want to thank you, Ralph, for coming in. V, thank you as always, because there's really no way to prove what happened. I just thought it was unusual that Billy then was.
It's been strange from the very beginning because then
Yeah.
Billy came in and denied everything, so I don't know what it means.
You know, I was perfectly happy talking about Baywatch.
You know what? Baywatch made more sense.
And V has a shower to take in a day to begin.
That's
Thank
right.
you.
So let's
Thank you,
get out
V.
of her life.
I know that we just did like 20 minutes of ragging on Ralph, but Baba Booey it's the strangest thing just happened. Baba Booey comes in during the commercial and starts screaming about Ralph. And I said, well, you know, you had your opportunity. Why didn't you come in and scream about him?
Screaming about him? Why?
I don't know.
Because Ralph has no respect for anybody on this show or for certain people on the show, and Ralph sees himself as a greater entity. He thinks that he should be a big character on the show, that he should be going out doing appearances. And I think, like when he said before, that he thinks that what I do is lame. It's only lame to him because he's not doing it, and he feels he should be getting appearances every week. Hold on a second, Ralph. All I do is I go to places and I sign pictures. So I don't know what preparation Ralph thinks I need to have that makes me so lame.
Because Ralph has said to me, he thinks that when Gary goes out to do an appearance,
That
he's
it's
getting a
lame.
lot of money, that he should go out and like at
No,
least.
I
no,
thought
no.
that was rather
Prepare
obnoxious.
something.
The answer is I'm getting a lot of money that Ralph thinks he should be getting.
No.
Because
Is that
he's
true,
a big,
Ralph? Do you
he's
think
a
you
big
should get it?
star, the big hairdresser, the big stylist.
No, why do you have that attitude, Gary?
Well, why would you say what I do is lame?
How have I come
Why would you
across with that? Now, we were having a conversation about what happened in Atlantic City, and that's what Howard's referring to. I didn't say every time you go out it's lame or something
You just
like
said
that.
before, you said what Gary does is lame. You said, I'll get the tape.
When we were standing, I was just joking just now.
It's not funny to me.
That's why
Every time you blow out Howard's hair, it looks like crap.
I was
It's just
talking
a joke.
I was just talking about the conversation that we had when all that went down in Atlantic City.
Well, it didn't
when
sound
you were
like
having
that.
a
What it
bikini
sound-
contest.
what
that
it sounded like-
I love when my staff is at war.
No.
When you
Ralph,
had no
Ralph,
bikini girls.
Ralph, we all.
you
Ralph,
even
shut
admit
up.
that was lame.
What we all admit is that the Atlantic City thing was a disaster and it was lame. You didn't
Right.
you didn't qualify. You said when I go out, it's lame. You said when Gary goes out, it's lame. Now,
Maybe it is.
I've done probably 300 appearances over the last 8
Well,
or 9
I
years.
don't know why Gary's the only one that's upset because he said Gary and these guys.
Right. Who are these guys?
And why do you have this attitude that you think that I want to go? Hey, listen! If somebody wanted to give me $2,000 to run, I'd be happy to do it.
Well, it
But
just
that's
sounds
not-
like
I'm
a
not
little bit.
angry
It
at
sounds like
you.
a little bit of jealousy when you say what I do is lame.
Well, you guys got into a fight back in the.
Yeah, I was.
Is
That's part of it. I say I was mad at Ralph because Ralph really is. Howard's right. He says Ralph is passive aggressive, and he really is passive aggressive, and he has no respect for me. I'm sitting at my desk, right? I'm having a conversation with Robin from the E Show about something we're going to do on tomorrow's show. In the middle of the conversation, Ralph gets right between the two of us, and decides that he suddenly, at that moment, no other moment, has to look in my desk. So I said, Ralph, do you mind? I'm in the middle of a conversation. And he goes, dude, you could go on forever. I said, I could go. This is my desk. This is my office. You shouldn't even be here. Ralph is supposed to come in, do Howard's hair in the morning, do Howard's hair again at 8:30, and be gone. But he's a part of all of our lives.
Gary,
He can look in my desk. There's 8 hours a day you could be looking in my desk. Why at that moment did you feel you had to get between her and I so that I couldn't see her and have a conversation
Because
with her?
that's why I was coming up there to do that, and I wanted to do it before I forgot. I had to check something.
So that your life can be easier, we should stop what we're doing. Just like yesterday, Howard had to go get his eyeglasses. So Ralph comes in and he says, hey, who can I send to get Howard's glasses? I said, send Gay Rich. John says to me, you know what? Gay Rich is in the middle of a really big project. Can we send Gorilla? Ralph goes, you know what, man? I just explained it all to Gay Rich, and I don't feel like explaining it again.
No.
And I heard Ralph say before, 2 minutes before, Ralph said, I got to go home and go to sleep. So in other words, I have to throw my whole office into disarray because Ralph doesn't want to re-explain something to somebody so he can go home and go to sleep.
No,
but that's how it happened.
You're not
John
telling
saw
right.
it, Gorilla saw it, and Gay Rich saw it.
You're
don't
not telling
see
it right. You're not telling it
All
right.
right, tell me how it went.
I went. First thing in the morning, I said, "Who should I have do it?"
And I told you, Gay
told me
Rich.
how to do it. 2 hours later, when I'm leaving, John
Right.
says to me, or you say to me,
Right.
that Rich is doing articles.
Right.
Can Gorilla or somebody go?
So far, so good.
And I was just, I was on my way out the door. I didn't feel good. I really wanted to get home and go to sleep.
So in other words, so you
okay. Well, so let me finish. So
you were heavily resistant. Finally, when I got mad and yelled at you,
listen,
you came back and said it.
You didn't yell at me.
I did.
You said,
Ralph,
I don't care. You run
no.
So,
that's right. I said,
You know
Ralph,
what? We do a stupid radio show. Can you imagine what goes on at like at the government where corporations that they actually
You're
make
telling me that they have
vaccines?
people like Ralph and Baba Booey?
Yeah.
So now wait a second. So it was very specific. I mean, there were things involved
It
that I
took
didn't
10
want to.
seconds to explain. Gay Rich goes, I don't know why Ralph's making such a big deal about it. It takes 10 seconds to re-explain.
You know
Ralph
why?
made it sound like we were splitting molecules.
Gary, I didn't want Gorilla to go because I didn't want it to get messed up. Okay, I felt Rich was more competent. I thought he was more competent.
That's not your decision.
The Love
to make.
Network.
Ralph, that's not your decision to make. You just said to me, who can I send?
And you told me.
I think Gorilla's competent enough. That's not your decision to make.
Excuse me, Berry Boy. I handle a little more things around here than you do, and they get done. Okay, so the fact that I would have went, it would have got done. All right.
That's why I didn't. That's why I didn't want to say that. That's why I didn't want to say.
Well,
that
you can eat me
yesterday.
because I do a lot more around here than you do, and it's all taken care of. Okay, I don't pawn off my crap for other people. All right. When I'm tired, I come to work and I do my work. I don't go home and sleep.
Okay.
All right. So shut the hell up.
All right.
But this is what goes on back there. There's always
You've never messed anything up.
Ralph
there,
is
Gorilla?
throwing these wrenches
Gorilla,
all through.
You've never messed anything up.
Okay,
You've never
I'm here.
messed anything up.
As far as percentages goes, mine's a little higher than yours. All right.
Of what? Messing up?
No.
Well, all right. Why don't you guys go back and work that out?
And
Did they really get into a fight? I mean,
And then Billy was complaining about Ralph too, but he doesn't want to complain on the air.
Excuse me, who forgot Howard's shorts at a very important shoot?
I did.
Yeah, thank you. Goodbye.
Hey, got you there.
They got you there. He shut you up, didn't he?
Gotcha.
All right.
What about the shorts?
No, I just get bummed out. I really do. I get bummed out because, Ralph is really not supposed to be that heavily involved in the office, but
Right.
he is.
I know.
And I feel weird because we've sort of been becoming friends, and I feel weird about telling him sometimes, like even about coming in here.
Right.
It just happened again last week.
Yeah, you got to listen. You have to listen to Gary.
But I feel weird because then I feel like if I tell Ralph not to do something, then all of a sudden he thinks I'm picking on him,
but
and it blows
Gary-
the whole friendship thing.
because he's like a girl. He's
No,
sensitive.
I don't. But when have I gotten mad? I don't get mad at you for anything that you tell me professionally.
I don't tell you. I should be telling you a lot more things. I don't tell you. There's a lot of
Tell
instances.
me whatever you got to
I
tell
will.
me, man.
I will. I'll tell you from now on.
I mean,
Ralph
I don't.
likes to be yelled at.
Instead of, you let things pile up.
All right. Very good. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Ralph. Billy, you want to tell your story about when Ralph hit you on your head?
And wait a second. Wait, hold that story for a second. And I said yes, and I was cranky yesterday. Like I said, I didn't feel
Nobody
good.
knows
I
what
wanted
you're
to go
talking
home and
about.
sleep. And I said to
All right,
Gary,
all right,
I said,
all right.
okay,
All
I'll
right,
have
look, I
Gorilla
don't
do
care.
it.
I got a
and
headache.
then Gorilla ran out of here, and he goes,
I
gotta
just
go
wanted
get his
the
lunch.
audience to see that
Right, Gary?
people think
I
what
would-
we do isn't work. You see what goes on out there?
Gary, right?
It should have never come to that.
This is my entertainment for the day.
Howard, I just have to finish one sentence. Ralph
Right.
is saying, I could have done this, we could have done that yesterday. The answer is, when I said, Steve should do it, you should have gone, okay. By the time you put up all the resistance, Gorilla was on to another project. It should have just been, all right, man, I understand you guys got to run the office, but I got to go now. I got to go prepare my lame act.
Oh, yeah? What are you preparing?
I don't know. It's pretty lame, though.
Where are you going to be?
Somewhere lame.
Where?
Oh, I don't know. The next thing I'm going to be doing, I'll be at Pegasus, which is the...
And what are you going to do? Just stand there and
I'm just
sign
going to
stuff?
stand there and sign stuff.
And you're not going to say anything to the crowd?
That's right.
You're going to be pretty lame.
That's lame.
The lameness Ralph wishes he could be doing.
All right. Very good. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Ralph.
It's
Maybe
beautiful
you should
when
ask
everyone
Billy to
gets
write a few
along.
lines for you.
I can't afford them.
And what's Billy mad about?
Billy said, can I say it, Billy?
That wasn't mad. I mean, I was just weirded out.
Just tell us, Howard.
Okay.
We're at the
it all
All right,
screening.
you want to hear it? You want to hear it? Okay.
Absolutely.
So Billy had come back from getting his hair transplants, and he was wearing his hat and everything. So Ralph walks up to him and says,
This was at the screening of Stewart Saves the World. Jackie stole Ralph's sandwiches while we were sitting in the dark, and Ralph thought I did it, and he bopped me off the head. And I came to him a day later, and I said, I really don't like that.
Billy got tough with it.
Billy said to Ralph, hey, don't bop me on the head again. I just had my hair transplants.
And I said, even if I didn't have my hair transplants, I'll smack you back if you ever do it again. 3 days later, he comes in the office and squeezes my head with the cap on. I said, look, I told you, cut it out. And it's like, that's so passive-aggressive. It's like my worst enemies don't even touch me. I mean, they don't physically bother me.
Billy, I mean, I touch people all the time. I forget that you have stuff going on up there. I'm
But
sorry.
how could you forget that I said that?
Ralph.
Would you squeeze his head like a coconut?
I don't know.
I mean,
I might have gone up to
how
him.
resentful
I might
are
have
you?
gone up to him and gone like this, like, hey, man, what's up? Why is that
How
resentful?
resentful
Why
are
is
you?
that resentful? I don't resent you. Why
That's not too drunk to come in a day later and grab somebody after he warned you, don't do it.
It wasn't a day later, and you didn't say, at that point, you didn't say anything about your hair.
I said it
thing
after it happened.
surgery.
I talked to you
Ralph is arguing.
nice, and I warned you a second
Hold
time.
on. He
I
doesn't
talked
understand
nice.
the concept is he shouldn't be touching him.
Right.
He doesn't understand.
Billy's not angry about the hair transplants. Billy doesn't want anybody touching his head.
Yeah, I'm a 43-year-old guy.
I'll do the
I've played
play-by-play.
stuff
So
enough.
Ralph just patted Jackie on the head, and Jackie punched him in the nuts.
He's so wrong. Ralph is just so wrong. He doesn't know it.
Are you wrong, Ralph? Do you see? I agree with Billy on this. Why are you touching anyone's head unless they ask you to?
I don't know.
You don't rub everybody's head. It was a Billy thing.
He had the Billy thing. He's cute.
And
I
you
wanted to
know
rub
Billy
his
had
head.
the hair transplants.
No. He hid my. I thought he hid my.
Resent.
I thought he hid my sandwiches. I thought he hid my sandwiches.
Yeah, but
at the
Jackie hid
screening.
your sandwiches.
Oh, I didn't know that. Billy was closest to it, so I was like, and I just joking around.
Right.
And then the other day, I was like, you go up to somebody like, hey, what's up, like that.
Get your hands off me, Ralph.
All right. Okay. Look,
so
look,
I
listen.
touched his
Obviously,
head.
there's a lot of issues.
And I
here.
like you.
No, you
No,
don't.
yes, I do. We both, V and I both like Ralph. I don't dislike Ralph.
I actually like him too.
I don't dislike you. That's not why I touch you. And I was
Billy,
and
in some defense, it's hard to resist touching little short bald guys' heads.
See, that's why Billy's upset. Ralph is not patting Fred on the head.
Right.
Yeah, I'd have to go like this.
You touch little short guys because you think you can get away with it. No, I'm in
Whatever.
agreement with Billy. Seriously, in all seriousness, Ralph,
I won't.
I don't want anybody touching me.
Yeah, I don't.
I
I'm with
touch
you.
you sometimes, and like, hey,
Yeah,
man,
but
what's up?
Yeah, you touch me
Like,
because
touch
you're
your-
paid to touch me.
No, like
He's never patted Howard on the head.
No,
Yeah.
he's too tall.
Yeah, and also I'll fire you.
We're short.
All right, listen. Obviously, people don't like you. Get out of here, Gary.
man.
You've gotten it off your chest.
I vented.
You feel better now?
I feel better.
Everyone feels better.
See, you know what Gary does? If there's little things that
you're gonna-
bother you,
stop it.
tell me right away so you don't explode at me for something little.
What was
like
it was,
that thing
Ralph?
with-
They were so quickly put together that I didn't even have time to talk to you about him. You just did two things in 5 minutes.
What is it, Stuttering John?
Dominic wants to also add to the tirade on Ralph. I don't know
Why? What does he have to add?
about how Ralph's annoying at the card games and stuff.
All right, let me hear this.
It's Ralph venting day.
Remember Atlantic?
What is it, Dominic? You better have something to say.
Yeah, very simple. He dominates all situations. It's like we were in Atlantic City. We're all having a good time. He has to take a bath. He takes over the entire suite.
It's true.
He takes
And then he pleasured himself in the bathtub, and no one else could use it.
No, wait.
You did too. I walk in, there's this big ring around the tub, and I go, "Hey, dude, you're filthy." He goes, "No, man." He says, "It was really sexy in here," and I was watching the Playboy channel.
And then when we
And I go, "Wait a second, you're telling me you fouled the bathtub?"
floating yogurt.
Nobody else is going to use it.
But what about when Senator D'Amato sitting at the table? He dominated the game. I don't even know how it happened. It was like Ralph was
I know, and Ralph was saying off-color things to Senator D'Amato.
I think he was saying them too.
No, oh, be quiet.
How dare you say that?
He's fun.
Fine senator. Shut up.
You idiot.
But you know what it's like? It's almost like the boss's girlfriend's got power over all of us.
Yeah, well, you know what? You're a little bit too jealous.
No, see, that's what you guys think, and everybody resents me for it.
Dominic's
I'm
all
friends
upset
with
because
Howard.
now I'm into biking, and Dominic wants to do everything with me, but Dominic
can't
weighs
bike.
500 pounds, and he can't go biking with me.
Can't bike.
So we haven't played cards in a real long time. Dominic goes, "Come on, let's play cards." But I'm into biking, so I go biking all day. I don't want to go out and play cards. So he's all jealous, and I said that I would on my bike I would get one of those big baby carriages that you attach to the side,
Big Dominic.
and put Dominic on the side cart and carry him around. But he's embarrassed to do that.
Listen, the bike riding and the karate and the jiu-jitsu will all be over soon. We'll be back at the card table.
You should take up eating, and then you could do something with them.
Ralph.
Olympics.
All right, very good, Dominic.
Goodbye.
All right, that's Dominic Barber, the very
All
noted
your girls
attorney.
fighting over you. Huh?
Yeah, well, Dominic and Ralph. Dominic wants to be my girlfriend.
And Ralph, he feels supplanted by Ralph.
Dominic hates Ralph.
Yeah.
Because he goes, why are you always hanging around with that faggot?
You better be careful of him. Do you know, I told you once he cornered me at another function when you weren't there.
Right.
And warned me to warn you about Ralph.
Yeah, I know. And he always is warning me about Ralph, that Ralph is like a user and he's bad influence on me. And I go, Dominic.
Howard is very gullible. And
Because
he
Ralph
doesn't
comes-
know how to pick his friends.
Ralph actually comes over my house and like we hang out.
Well, yeah.
And Dominic hates Ralph because Dominic wants to be hanging out at the house.
Now
Can I say
Dominic used to
something?
like
Yeah.
me.
Until you got-
like when I first met him, like first couple times he liked me, but then he realized like
Yeah, you
me
were
and
my-
you were friends,
Right.
and then all of a sudden it turned.
He gets
So do
upset by
most
everyone.
girlfriends until you move in on them.
Even when I was hanging out with that guy Eddie from IBM and Jeff Schick from IBM,
Yeah.
I hang out with Jeff a lot because Jeff's always helped me out with my computer and stuff. In fact, he just hooked it up so that Ratso can actually look in my computer
Fantastic.
from his house.
Yeah, I had that situation set up.
Did you?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. What?
There's one more person on the phone that wants to say stuff about Ralph, and she really is the queen of all Ralph haters.
Who?
Kathy, who runs our office.
Kathy Tobin doesn't like
he
Ralph?
burns her
Wait,
up
she doesn't
so
have a bad
bad
word to say about anybody.
He drives her nuts.
Kathy, do you want to say something?
Well, you know, it's a constant battle with Ralph as far as like your office
Right.
and any space in the entire office. Like I gave him finally an entire corner of the office.
Yeah.
And he promised to get a nice cabinet there and, you know, put all his shit in there.
Whoa!
Kathy, we're on the air.
Kathy, we're on the air.
I'm sorry.
Kathy,
think
so
I
you're
was-
saying, what you're saying is, I had to hit the button because you used the S word, but what you're saying is, this must be serious if Kathy Tobin's calling in.
And
cursing.
cursing.
And cursing. And so you're saying that you gave him a special corner in the office to put his stuff away in a cabinet.
Literally 2 months ago.
Right.
And, you know, he can't find a cabinet to put his things in because it's not perfect enough for him. And it's just getting out, you know, it's getting out of hand. If you go back there, I can't even get to my files because there's so much of his stuff.
Yeah, and I saw you
lying
wrote him a
around.
nasty note this morning, too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Right.
fed up. I can't handle it anymore.
Ralph, what are you going to do about that? Because I said to him, Ralph, why does Kathy have to go after you all the time? Explain this to me. I don't know anything about this. He says, well, there's a special cabinet that I need for my stuff, and I can't find the. I said, so go out and look for the cabinet.
I did. I can't find something.
So get a different cabinet.
that fits in there.
Ralph,
right?
you go to any
There's-
hardware store, there's a cabinet.
No, I wanted to. I've explained this to Kathy, and Kathy, yesterday I talked to Richard, and I asked him to ask you about.
You know,
those
Ralph's
black-
whole job
those-
takes 15 minutes. All he has to do is blow
Yeah,
out
how
my
can you
hair.
have so much stuff?
I don't know what goes on. 'cause
No,
That's
we
the
use
other thing.
props and costumes and stuff like that, and I want to try and keep some of it here, so I needed some space for it. And I
Right,
asked
but
Gary. I
this
asked
has
Gary.
been since March. You know, I mean, I can find a
Kathy,
cabinet in a week.
I had a clothes thing back there with all the stuff hung up
What's
on
going
it.
on back
And
there?
every
And
time-
you took it apart and threw it out.
Well,
You know
every
what-
time you brushed by it, it would fall apart onto the floor, and I'd be
What is
picking
it,
up.
Gary?
Part of the problem is that so Ralph's got this job here where not only is he your stylist, but he's also in charge of some costumes.
Yes.
But listen, we're confined here. We don't have the whole floor.
Yeah, tell me
and
about it.
Ralph feels that he should have probably a whole room to store his stuff, and we just don't have it. And that's the battle that he and Kathy go through.
I'm not battling with
Meanwhile,
her.
Ralph loves all this attention anyway because he's passive aggressive.
Look, he's got everybody involved with
Yeah,
him.
everyone is now talking about Ralph. Which is his goal.
Do you see how everyone in the show
he's
is involved?
not even here
Yeah.
that long every
Hate is
day.
better than nothing.
All right, here's what I'm going to rule on
but
now.
here's-
Hold on, I got to
wait,
step
wait,
in.
wait,
Now
The
listen to
judge
me.
has to go.
I have to
and
step in. No,
make a
no,
ruling.
I've heard enough.
And
This is
Kathy,
not
I had a
just you
solution.
you're dealing with.
I said you're out of order.
Kathy,
You're
I had a
out of order.
solution
Stop.
yesterday.
Up, Mr.
Fine him.
Sheck.
First of all, regarding Billy, never touch Billy. Ever.
And what did you say about Kathy this morning, Gary?
What's that?
Like not to get
I
in her
said
way
she's in a
this
bad
week
mood
because
this week.
She's in a
Don't get-
bad mood, so stay away from
Kathy,
her.
how come you're in a bad
Thanks,
mood?
Gary.
Oh, you are. You're in a bad mood.
Is
But that
it a
doesn't
bad
mean,
time?
But Kathy being in a bad mood doesn't mean she's wrong. It means she's in a
That's
bad
right.
mood, but she's right.
Period, or just regular bad mood?
It's, I think, the combination of Ralph and some other problems we're having in the office.
Get laid.
Oh, dear, there's lots of problems.
Oh!
What did he say?
Oh, man.
What was that?
You don't want to know, Kathy.
You don't
Oh,
know.
man, you got some problem, Howard.
See, no, but
I got there's a
major
war.
personnel
But I love it.
problems.
Hey, anyway, no, let me tell you something. I'm going to settle it all.
See,
no, I
What is
like
this,
Kathy.
Senator?
No, I was gonna say I can see how the Gary war started. I remember when Ralph was telling you, "Oh, Gary, from now on, I want you to call me and let me know when all the guests are here."
Yeah, that was another battle we had.
That's how it started.
Ralph's here all morning, right? His job is to give makeup to the guests if they want them. Ralph gets a schedule at the beginning of the week. He knows when everyone's coming.
Yeah.
One day a guest came in, and she got in here before she got makeup, and Ralph said, I would like you to call me when the guests come. And I said, hey, Ralph, you got nothing to do all morning except wait for the guests.
Gary,
I'm running around producing the show.
I was working that day. I happened to be working on something for
Well, you
Rob.
could inform him. That's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Wait,
He should be here. Howard, if I'm running around producing the show, if the phones are ringing and stuff going on,
but you don't want him near your office.
And he should be near the front. There's an office that Ganji has.
So you want him staying at the front?
Ganji sits in an office and waits for the guests to come. He's got this almost
He's in the back
same job.
So have Ganji give you a call.
Ganji was working on articles or something, and I just mentioned in passing.
Listen, I've heard enough of this. I got a show to do. I want to talk about the president and the fact that the White House is being invaded.
This is more important.
Don't touch Billy's head. That's number one. Just leave Billy alone. Don't even talk to Billy. That's number one.
I like Billy.
No,
though.
do you like him? No, he don't like you. You heard what he said. He finds you annoying. Don't touch Billy. Don't touch anyone on the show. As far as Gary goes, I told you. Stay out of the office. Just blow my hair out. That's what you're here for.
It's always a struggle with me and Gary.
And now, the big problem here between you and Kathy is you have costuming, right, that we use on the show. I want you to talk to Kathy about it today. She'll give you a timetable for to get this. Discuss with her what you need, and then also talk to the E people. They're involved with some of this costuming. They will brainstorm with you, and this week you will get the necessary shelving. That's all.
Thank you, Howard.
Yeah, very good, Kathy. Thank you. That's all. And try to act less like a homo. Try to act like a regular guy. You're whining too much. All right, now everyone talked about you. Get out. Here. Everyone out. Did I solve everything?
Yes.
Good. What?
I know. I thought you were going to go to break, and I was going to tell you some other things we were going to talk about.
All right. I will take a break. I got some off. This is a radio show. Imagine if we did something important.
Oh, I do just want to add that.
I just can't believe that Ralph, in the few hours that he's here,
Ralph,
caused this much havoc.
All he has to do is blow out hair.
Everybody does get along except for you. He said you would hate it if everybody got along.
Always talk about it behind everybody's back.
Everybody's talking about who?
Ralph thinks the reason why people don't like him is because he hangs out with you and he's your buddy and everyone's jealous of him. But the point is, before Ralph hung out with you at Channel 9, he didn't hang out with you as friends yet. Everyone hated him there too.
Right.
I mean, he doesn't realize it's his personality. It's nothing to do with you.
It's true. Everyone at Channel 9 hated you, Ralph.
They wanted to fire him every other week.
I know. I was the only one helping him. I don't care what you tell me, Howard. He's disruptive to the show, and I have to have the authority to fire him.
I can't stand him.
It's true. Dan hated you too.
So it's not your friendship, Ralph. It's you.
It's you, man.
Hey,
John, good point.
Thanks. Incompetent people get upset by me. That's what happens. They were so incompetent at Channel 9.
When you get a AAA rating, you can call everyone else incompetent.
I didn't call you incompetent.
No, but you're calling you once again. You're blaming your problems on other people. Did you ever stop to think that, hey, maybe I'm a little annoying?
Maybe a little, but
okay.
Not enough to cause a problem.
All right, why don't you guys
get annoyed by it,
Hi, my name is Ralph, and I'm an annoyaholic.
Why do you have to get annoyed? What am I doing that's annoying you?
Howard,
so
put it
much?
this way: one day I saw Ralph yelling at an intern because he got a speeding ticket, and Ralph was yelling at him he shouldn't be speeding. And the intern's like, who the hell is this guy?
Don't interface with people.
I wasn't yelling at the intern.
You're trying to do shtick. You're trying to be funny.
I wasn't trying to be funny. The guy was driving around
listen,
with
I don't care. I got a million things to do on this show. Go ahead. Now, everybody get along. Everyone shake hands with Gary. Shake hands with Billy, and that's the end of it. Shake hands with Jackie.
I don't want to touch.
All right, don't touch Billy. Shake hands with Jackie, and that's it.
Jackie doesn't want to touch me.
All right.
Can I pat him on the head?
All right, let's take a break, and then I'll clear everyone out, and we'll get to the regular show with the phone
Everybody
calls.
go back to their neutral corners.
Yeah, I can't take it anymore. It's unbelievable. I come out.
I couldn't believe Kathy Tobin. I've never heard her upset with anybody.
She used the S word and the F word.
and her I don't even see.
No, the point is you shouldn't see each other. Ralph should be gone by 8:30. Kathy gets in at 9, but somehow they keep crossing over.
All right, let's take a break, and everyone will be back right after these words.
We hate him. We hate them. What would you like to do?
I had to make that point.
I was going to yell in there, go and say, yeah, we don't like him either.
I was going to say that, but I didn't want to get you guys in trouble.
Go tell him, man.
So it doesn't bother you, Ralph, that all these people don't like you?
I don't know, man. What am I going to do?
Do you feel you're passive-aggressive?
I don't know. I don't know, man.
I mean, are you going to go home and take a hard look at yourself and the situation around here? I mean, everybody was running in on how they don't like you and how you pissed them off.
Where were you, man?
I would have went in, but I figured the studio was too crowded. It wouldn't fit.
What am I going to do, man?
I mean, you're not going to do anything about it. You don't. It doesn't bother you.
What am I going to do?
But it doesn't bother you at all.
No, no matter how I act, people will be annoyed with me. So.
But you feel you're in the right.
I don't know. Specifically, I don't know. Pat and Billy on the joke going around. I mean, do I ever go up to you and touch you? Do I ever go up and be like, "Hey, Gage, what's up?" or something like that? It was that kind of thing.
No.
Yeah, I do. Come on, man. Don't.
No. I mean, maybe you do, but you know, it just maybe it doesn't bother me. I mean, I don't notice.
Right. So.
You know.
So it bothered Billy. I don't know, man.
But I mean, do you think that's wrong? I mean, if it bothers him, you shouldn't do it, right?
Okay. So I won't touch the guy.
Right.
You know.
But what about everything else? I mean, you know, you have problems with Kathy. You have problems with Gary.
Everybody has problems with Kathy.
But it's her. You know, she's running the office. I mean,
yeah, but she's run. So, but I'm not part of the office. You know.
What?
I mean, you complain about. Everybody complains about Kathy. I mean, let's be real about it. What are you pretending for? Like Kathy, I'm the only one that's like Kathy.
But you're the only one who gets these notes. I mean, these left.
Well, she can yell at you right here. She doesn't see me, so she's got to leave me a note.
But don't you think you should try to rectify the situation?
Yeah, I did. I explained that on the air. That yesterday I had the situation solved, but Richard didn't pass that information along to her.
But why couldn't you pass it along to her?
Because I didn't see her.
I know, but you could call her.
I didn't want to.
But all right, so I mean.
So I asked Richard to do it, and Richard did it, and Richard was supposed to do it, and he didn't do it. So what do you want me to do?
All right, but don't you think in the future then you should rely on yourself?
It's not that important to me. Why couldn't Kathy call me? Why does she have to leave me a note? Couldn't she pick up the phone and say, in the time it takes her to sit down and write a note, why can't she call my house and say, hey, what's the matter? How come we don't have something done back there?
I guess. I don't know.
What? Why does it have to fall on me?
Because
I don't like
you're
Gary
creating
says,
the problem for her. She's not creating the problem for you. You know what I mean?
It's not a problem for her. She's making it into a problem. Why is it a problem?
Well, it seems, from what I understand,
you know how Kathy blows everything up and creates her own problems.
From what I understand, is that you're taking up a lot of room in the office and you leave your stuff around. But this is what I understand. This is from what I've.
But it's not my stuff, it's our stuff. It's the show. I'm trying to get it, and everybody puts me in that position where it's like it's you and your stuff, and you and what you have to do. Nobody wants to work together.
But I mean, at some point,
Kathy could take a look and see if she could see if something would work. I've been trying to find something. I can't find the right thing. Everything's too small. I want to find something big.
But there's a lack of room around here. I mean, don't you obviously know that? So getting something big maybe is not the answer. Maybe you have to sacrifice a little bit.
No, you don't know what you're talking about.
You just said you wanted a big cabinet, right?
Yeah. So if you have 8 feet of space, are you going to put a 4-foot cabinet in there?
No, but do you have 8 feet of space? Is that the situation?
Yeah, there's enough space in there, and I want to find something big.
So then you can't find. The situation is that you can't find something big enough or right size.
Right. And what I just said, I said there's those black crates back there I wanted to use, and I asked Richard to ask Kathy if I could use them, and if I couldn't use them, can I get more?
Right. So I guess that's the problem. Then that's the situation, right? Then it should be rectified. Then as of today, there should be no more problem. Once she comes in and you tell her that, right? There should be no more problem.
If I don't know if I'll see her, but I left her a note.
All right, so you left her a note. So So today, at some point, this problem should be rectified, right?
I hope so. I'm sure Kathy will find another problem.
My agent and your agent, our favorite agent in the whole world, and a man more responsible for my success than anybody, Don Buchwald, is watching right now. He's making sure that my work is proper, and I'm doing a good job.
Yes.
Hi, Don.
He heard you were slipping. He's over here to check.
Sorry, Don?
I just said hello, how you doing? I got jealous of all the...
That microphone doesn't work, Don.
Got today.
Your microphone doesn't work again. The hard A doesn't work. See, do me a favor. Say test, test. Get close to it.
Say what?
See, that's not working,
no,
right?
it's not. He might as well be yelling out the window.
Hey, Howard, just so you know, Scott came and fixed it during the break.
But it doesn't work.
No.
He couldn't have fixed it.
There's yelling going on.
Can't change the microphone.
I don't know what's wrong with it to change it. I can't
You
fix
can't
it.
just put a new microphone in.
I don't know if it's the microphone. It could be.
But if you checked it during the break,
I don't know what it is. It could be the
so
fader.
try a few things.
I can't try them if I can't hear the microphone. What the fuck?
Scott,
are they stupid? I mean,
let's not let this turn into something
no,
ridiculous.
I cannot
Stop.
check.
Yes,
I
you can.
told Will.
You can go get a microphone and a cable and replug it in.
And then I still don't know.
If Howard
it
put
won't work in Q. It'll never. A
microphone won't work in Q.
No, a microphone will not work in Q.
How is that possible?
Because you cannot turn a microphone on if the speakers are on.
Okay, so if you turn the microphone on.
No, once you turn a microphone on.
And you pound it all the way down.
It mutes everything else. It mutes
No, but I'm saying when Howard's in a break, when we were just in that last break.
It mutes the speakers.
So, right, the speaker's in the studio. But if you're testing a microphone for 1 second for the purposes of fixing it, in other words, we shouldn't have to wait till after show to fix it. If Howard's in commercial and he's eating his lunch,
if he turns a microphone on,
right,
it mutes everything.
Mutes what?
It mutes the Q speaker. So if I put it in Q, how do I hear it? It won't come through the Q speaker. It won't come through any.
Why won't it come through the Q speaker if it's not on?
Because you don't. It is on though.
No, it's not. I'm saying there's no level. There's nothing
but
coming
it's
through.
Turning. It's once you turn on any mic fader, the button on, it shuts off every speaker.
Right, and then when you go like this on it and the needles don't move, then you know whether.
I can't bring it up. If I bring it up to see them.
Scott, I've been working in this business for a reasonable amount of time to know that if you put a microphone on in Q and you go like this on it, the needles are going to move or not move. Am I off on that?
The fader is up.
No, if the fader's down and you put it in Q, you're telling that
there's no Q meters in that.
There's no Q meters
on that board.
I give up. I find it hard to believe that if a microphone's not working during the show, that we have to wait till entire. I know that if he were like Scott, we're gonna break, and I need this fixed. There'd be a way to get it fixed. I would think there would be a way, and that's all I'm looking for during a break. If he said, Scott, I need this fucking microphone first. I'm gonna pop these mics down, and we're gonna take a commercial break. And when I come back in 5 minutes, I need it to work. I think it would probably work. And you'd probably figure out a way to do it. That's all I'm asking.
Don had a witty line, and everyone missed it.
Yeah, timing is everything in comedy.
Oh, not here. If you got timing, it's a waste of time.
My timing's way off now.
Now I can hear. Yeah, now the moment's missed.
I was saying I got jealous when Mel Commons and getting all this airtime.
Yeah.
Well, you get some now
It's
too.
called merger radio, like Dr. Radio, merger radio.
Well, you're happy about the merger. You can say
very,
that.
very happy. Very happy for Mel Commons.
And the gentleman sitting next to you, of course.
Very famous Hollywood producer of movies.
That's right. That is a movie producer named Dan Gross.
Yes.
And he is a top guy in the industry.
What has he produced?
Dan, go ahead. Give those credits.
Give us your resume.
My resume. My background, I was an executive at Dimension Films and worked on such classics as the last couple Halloween films and some Highlander films and a lot of Hallmark Channel films for the last few years. And looking forward to something a little edgier than Hallmark.
I was going to say, Howard is Hallmark material, don't you think?
Absolutely. They're thinking of putting me on a greeting card. And, of course, is the number one force behind the remake of Porky's that we are doing, and it's coming along.
A little edgier, I think.
We're
anticipating release in 2050.
Not the fastest project that I've brought to fruition, but we're getting there. Like a fine wine, it has gotten
This
much
is
better.
taking longer than the merger.
It is taking a long time because we're putting some effort into the script. That is rarely done in Hollywood
You're
today.
putting effort into Porky's?
That's right.
If it isn't funny, it isn't funny, and it has to be funny.
It has to be funny. And so that is why they are here and observing us today. Thank you, Don. Anything you want to say?
Not at all. Just saying that we're looking forward to Porky's.
Yes, I can't wait.
Couple of Jewish kids and pork. It's got to be a winner.
Yeah,
absolutely.
What are we looking for in Porky's? I would say the number one thing is to find those hot young actors who can make Porky's really sing.
You want to find people who are undiscovered but will be big stars.
Shia LaBeouf.
We're trying to figure that. Oh, the casting hasn't happened yet because we just got
Or do you want to go with stars?
We just got a version of the script that we like very,
Yeah?
very much. Was that fair to say?
I think that's fair to say.
Is it finally funny?
Yes.
Howard is better arbiter of that than
Yes,
I am, but
it is funny.
I laughed.
All right.
What did you think, Don? It was funny, right?
Very funny. Very funny.
If you could get Shia LaBeouf to do full frontal, Howard, it's gonna be huge.
I'm thinking of JD as the guy who plays Meat.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
I like that.
Yeah, you actually need a big muscular guy for Meat.
That would be so funny.
Right.
You know, casting against type.
Why don't we just get everyone from the show to be in the movie? And that'll be it. I do want... Hello?
Something get hit?
Hello? Oh, I'm back now. What the hell was that?
Where are you?
I don't know. I got nervous because my microphone wasn't working, and Scott says he can't fix a microphone during the show.
He can't
It's
do anything
impossible.
today. The
No.
computer doesn't work. Mics don't work.
Great moments happen. I'm going to ask Evan if that's true, that he can't fix a microphone. I want an
During the-
investigation. Scott says it's impossible to fix a microphone during the show. Ask Evan if it's possible to fix a microphone during
So
the
what
show.
he's saying is while it's working, it can't be fixed.
That's right. Oh, there's Evan.
Hi, Evan.
Evan, a statement was made to Gary by Scott. Microphones cannot be fixed during the show. In other words, if we go to a commercial break, he cannot come in and fix the microphone. Is that true?
Well, you don't want him to run it through your board, but I would just go take another mic and another cable, and that'd be the end of that.
Well, no. Hold on.
Oh, wait. Gary wants to say something.
Scott says that you can't test a microphone during a commercial because we don't have Q meters. And because I said, so what if you just turn the microphone on but potted it down and you hit it? And he said, everything gets muted. So that's where I lost him.
I don't want to throw Scott under the bus.
Is Scott accurate when he says that?
Part of it, because once you turn the microphone on the board, all the other mics will come on.
Yes.
So then the Q meter for that mic won't work.
But the mics will be off.
No, they're on. The way the board is.
During the commercials, I have them off.
But to test a mic, you have to turn it on.
Right.
See, this is where I
Right.
got lost with Scott.
So you cannot test a microphone during... in other words, let's say a microphone breaks during the show.
Right.
What should Scott do? What is the protocol?
You should call me, and I'll come get you another microphone and a cable.
So why doesn't he do that?
But how do you know that microphone and cable will work?
Because I'll test it in the shop before I give it to you.
So in other words, as soon as there's a
Or
broken...
another studio.
So Evan, what you're saying, as soon as there's a broken microphone, instead of going back to your studio and sitting there and rubbing your head and scratching your head and going, oh, I don't know what to do, he could call you and get a new microphone.
Scott's really good at what he does, but what you should do is call me, and we'll have it solved.
Why do you think he doesn't call you?
Because the phones, he thinks, don't work when the show is on.
What are you doing? This is my mic.
No,
Go get you one.
He's by the way, he's locked himself in his office.
Is he upset now?
It's our first fight at Sirius. I was really livid because I said, I can't believe that you're telling me that in order to fix a microphone, we have to wait till the end of the show. I said, I find that hard to believe.
We have like 10 more microphones.
And we
So
could
I'll
have
just-
replaced it.
Yeah, I'll replace it, go into another studio, test it, and bring a piece of equipment that works.
How do I get Scott out of the studio so I can speak to him about this new protocol? Because he doesn't seem to be aware of
It
it.
looks like Billy Joel at his
Scott
console.
doesn't work during the show either.
Scott, come in here so I can tell you what you're going to do now when you see there's a broken microphone.
Can I help you?
Instead of sitting back there and ignoring me. Evan, where are you going?
He's running away.
You're leaving?
He's going to fix the problem.
Oh, you're fixing the... Oh, by all means. I'm not used to that. I'm sorry. I'm not used to somebody actually springing into action.
Howard, by the way,
Yeah.
during the actual contest, I went into Scott's studio and said, there's a mic down. You might want to help us fix it. He's like, I can't do it right now. Get the F out of here.
See, and I asked Scott...
It's like, okay, thanks for the help.
And I said to Scott, did anybody tell you? And he said, nobody told me. Because I went in there and I said, Scott, how come you're not reacting to this?
That's what I asked him.
Get in here. Scott, I need to talk to you.
I think he's ignoring you now.
1 second.
Scott.
He's writing you a note. Another note we can't read.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
Scott, I need to talk to you. Scott appears to be grading papers. I think he's an English teacher.
He's writing. He says you're writing.
He's writing. He's working on something. Okay.
What's he writing?
Maybe a resignation letter.
Rewrite of Porky's.
Oh, he's rewriting Porky's.
He's punching up the script.
I'm going to be meat.
Scott, are you rewriting Porky's? Is that why you couldn't come in here?
Yes, this is Porky.
All right, Scott, listen to me. When Gary tells you your microphone's broken,
I couldn't do it during the segment, okay?
Okay.
I can't turn. You just heard
Will
him say
came
you
in and
can't
told
turn
you.
it on.
Will came in and told you, and you told him to get the fuck out of
It
the
was during
studio.
the segment.
And then you told
No,
Gary
I told
nobody
him,
told you.
It was during the segment. I said, grab another microphone and we'll look at it later.
Okay, so why didn't you do that?
Later, meaning I didn't clear myself on that. It was after the show. I'll look at it.
But why would you wait till after the show?
Because we have microphones at work, and it wasn't. We
Well,
didn't
you
need
take
all
the
of
one
them.
that doesn't work, and Evan says all you have to do is tell Evan.
We got two right there. Well,
why do we have to tell Scott? Why don't we just get Evan to do it from now on? Why do we include? Why bother?
And
with
like I
Scott?
said,
Maybe you're right.
It's hard to check a microphone during the show.
Did you tell Will to get the fuck out?
I said, grab another microphone. I'll look at it later. Now,
Isn't that your job to grab another microphone?
He was in here. Grab that the wireless microphone, and use that. I can't. What I told him was grab the wireless.
But you
I
see
can't
what
fix it during the segment.
So the commercial occurred. The commercial occurred. I saw you
I
walk
looked
in.
at
You
it.
looked at
I looked-
it, and
and
then
I
you walked away.
Disconnected it and connected it.
But
and
here's
there's
Evan with the fix. Look, he's got a fix right there.
But you never.
I don't know if that's a fix.
Sure, it is.
There's no.
It's A.
But the problem is, Scott, that we set up another situation and we were trying to talk. That same mic comes into play, and once again we can't.
Well, they knew
hear
it was
the-
broken. I never said it was fixed.
That's our stupidity. We saw you fumbling with it during a break,
And I never told you that I.
We thought you fixed it.
You never said it wasn't fixed. I saw you working with it. I go, oh, he must have fixed it, because
All right.
if it wasn't fixed, he'd say, Gary,
Okay,
I didn't
I'm
fix
wrong.
it.
I'm not arguing. I'm wrong. You're right. There's no point in arguing. I'm wrong,
What
and
is
that's
that?
it. I'm wrong.
Oh, good.
I
Okay,
apologize for
thank
being
you.
wrong.
So from now on, can you get Evan?
No, there's
You
no
just
way to listen
apologize.
to a microphone during the show.
Is there?
to see if
Evan
it works.
says he can do it. Can
Evan,
you?
He just says
if Evan can
call
listen to a
him.
microphone during the show,
I bet
then
you Evan will fix it right now. Go ahead,
Try
Evan. Fix
A.
it.
Try
All
hardware
right, here,
A.
let's see if Evan fixed it. Evan, do it.
1, 2, test.
Thank
1,
you,
2, 3.
Evan.
Yeah, it's fixed.
Fixed.
there was no way for me to know during the break if that was going to work or not.
All right, thank you.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
No.
I could have put
I hear you, but
I
it
could
could
have
have
put
been- it
another
could have been
microphone in there,
addressed.
and it could have been broken, and you would have yelled at me anyway.
No, you could have said, I replaced the microphone. I'm not sure if it's going to work till we get to air, and I would have been in the loop and could have made a determination.
Evan, can you take Scott under your wing? Is there something how I can get you involved
How's
with the show?
Evan going to get Scott under anything?
I don't want to.
You don't want that
No, I'll do it.
responsibility.
For you, I'll do it. Whatever
Thank you.
you want.
All right. Scott, listen to him, please.
Okay, you got it.
I mean, for God's sakes.
I'll listen.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Gary, build a dunce cap and put it on Scott. And make
Where
him
is
wear it.
his focus?
I don't know.
Patch.
Where is his focus patch?
What is it? What's a focus patch?
We made him a big sign we taped to his that says focus.
Oh.
Did we take a star away?
We have to take a star away today.
Scott, what went wrong, man?
I can still do it. If it's
I work.
I can do it.
Hey, put it. This is what you want. This is what you want to see. This is what you want. Here.
What is it, JD?
This is the result of Scott seeing his dunce cap.
He ripped it up?
He ripped it up.
He ripped up his dunce cap? Can't do that. Unbelievable.
Don't you understand that it's impossible for me to check a microphone? Physically listen to it.
Get into this guy.
Do we understand? Do you understand?
You don't want to get into this right now.
No,
love
I do.
you, man.
I
We
do
don't
want to get into it. You cannot you cannot listen to a microphone while that show is in there on the air. You cannot listen to a microphone. Do you hear what I'm saying? You cannot listen to a microphone and hear if it's working.
Through his board?
When we're on the air and we can't put the mic on the air.
Without going on the air.
Right. Without going on, that's correct. Without putting that mic physically on the air, you cannot check it to make sure it's working.
That is correct.
That's all I wanted to know.
But you could pull it out of the studio and check it somewhere else, or bring in another mic in another table. But what you said is absolutely right.
That's right. So, not knowing that it may not be the mic, it may be the board that's the problem. So I could have brought it.
It could be anything.
You could have brought a mic in, and it could have not worked again. Is that correct? Because you didn't know if it was the mic, the cable.
No, but
or
wait, no. Because what I did though,
You didn't
I took a new mic and a cable and I tested it through your board.
But you didn't know if it was going to work in the studio.
I knew that the mic and the cable I brought in would not be faulty.
But you didn't know if it was going to work.
In that exact patch?
That's correct.
No. And if it wasn't, I would have gone to another patch. But odds are that it would work.
But you didn't know if it was going to work or not, and you couldn't listen to see if it was going to work before you put it on the air.
You're hysterical.
Could you? Could you? Answer the question.
Could I what?
Could you have known and gone in there?
There's no guarantee that when I would have plugged the mic and the cable in that I checked in your room would work in there. There's no guarantee.
That's right. Would you have known it
But
would
I would
work?
have at least
Could
known.
it have been a number of other problems?
Obviously, yes. But I would have known, though, that mic and that cable would have not been an issue.
I didn't say that was the issue.
But I'm saying,
But when you
though,
put the new mic and cable in there, would you be able to listen to see if that mic was working off the
what
air?
you want to do is know that is there any way that if I brought in any new piece of equipment, no matter whether it's a microphone, a cable, a CD player, anything, and stick it into any patch bay in there, will it work while they're on air? And the answer is no, you cannot.
Even during the break?
During a break, if Fred switches to profit routing, then yes,
Oh.
because the studio will be off the air. You can play the commercials.
You can't take the
You can yes you can. You can play the commercials without being on the air. Shut off the studio.
We're not going to shut
test
the
it,
studio
and then do it. So there is one way to do it.
We're not going to shut the studio.
Well, there is one way to do it, but yes, I understand what you're saying.
You can't put a mic in queue and listen to it and see if it works.
Correct.
So, Evan, what went wrong in the studio?
Fuck, I don't know. I don't even know what happened.
So it was just a lucky guess that you swapped mics?
No. What happened was, I guess Scott was called in because one of the hard mics was not working. So I took another hard mic and a line. I tested it in Scott's studio to make sure the mic and the cable was working correctly. Then I went in, put it into the patch bay, and 9 out of 10 times it'll work.
Why didn't he think of that?
I don't know.
Some people work for a living around here,
Yeah.
according to Scott.
So something like that, that's the first thing you'd think of doing, right?
Yeah, you always test your equipment before you bring it into the studio and plug it in. That way, if it doesn't work, you know it's not the equipment and it's probably a routing issue.
What was he saying about you can't hear it, like he couldn't test it out or something like that, but you
The
did?
studio is always on, so what Scott's saying is you can't take a microphone, test it on the
By the
air
way,
while it's in the
Speaking
studio.
of throwing somebody under the bus, I did call him and tell him there was a microphone working, and he did say, all right, we'll check it after the show.
No, actually, I asked Scott what to do, and he said, we'll check it after the show. I don't do anything unless Scott, Gary, or Howard give me the okay. So we can you need to just go back into that room, Scott.
Do you even know that, like, the Department of Justice approved the merger?
Yeah.
Oh, you did? I figured, like, Artie might not even know.
What is he
wearing? $5 billion buyout. We bought them out, motherfucker.
Well, we haven't done anything.
We haven't done a thing.
I got a new bookie, so
You got a new bookie?
I did, yeah.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Just for the tournament.
Oh, dude.
Oh, for the March Madness?
So let's say you win $78,000.
I don't think that's going to happen again. But I won $3,200 and he paid off last night.
No, well, $3,200 he can handle.
It's not the same guy. It's a different guy. He doesn't know the other guy.
Good. I mean,
I thought he was turned off to gambling.
well, of course he should be. You think about it. If I had an experience where I finally won big, I won $78,000. And then the bookie doesn't pay me.
Right.
That's it. I'm done. Because I can't, in other words, I won.
That's the worst rib you can get.
I have a disease.
You do. You really do. I realize it finally hit me. I realize you might have a little problem.
I think gambling addiction and a little touch of melanoma, I think.
No melanoma.
The melanoma we can probably cure.
I think we can cure the heroin. I think we can cure the obesity.
The heroin's cured.
Yeah, I just think we got to work on this gambling thing. I think you're almost there. You're almost perfect.
I don't even think about heroin, man. Whew, that's the farthest thing from my mind.
Oh, here we go.
Hey, your lips are a little white.
I didn't think of Subutex.
I'm joking with you.
Oh, shit, you scared me. Because I said if I think of Subutex and they're white, it might be the liver going.
Well, anyway, you know.
What happened? We didn't do anything? What does that mean?
Let me
The
explain.
Justice Department just said it was
now
okay.
the FCC.
Now the FCC has to prove it, but this is a great first step. I mean, it's very exciting. I mean, you know, I can't believe it took this long, but all right, thank God. I mean, it would have been a joke if they said the merger.
It is a joke that it took this long.
Yeah, but
And they still didn't say anything. What they said made no sense.
it made sense to me. They approved it.
Well, the approval just said, "Oh, we see that the development of the technology indicates that it won't be anti-competitive."
That's true. That's all you have to say. All you have to say is one thing. It's not a monopoly.
That's all you have to say.
Right.
They don't know
That's
anything
what they
about
said.
the development of the technology.
Sure they do.
No, they don't.
No, because we had to put in our filing, according to what I read, about what the technology has to be in order for the merger to occur, in terms of what the consumer will have to get, in terms of tiering and all of that.
That's not what makes it anti-competitive.
All right, just be happy. All right.
It's shit is what we're listening
All right,
to
okay,
here,
okay.
coming out of the government.
All
They're
right.
trying to make excuses
They
for
did
why it
something
took them
good.
13 months.
They did something good. They took a good hard look at it and they
Now
approved
let
it.
the FCC take another 13 months.
Well, hopefully they won't.
Yeah, that's,
I mean,
that's the catch. The
I feel
FCC
bad for these two companies because, listen, they've invested billions. When I say billions, I mean billions. A bunch of guys put
Billions
up
with a B.
billions of dollars on technology that isn't proven to be a moneymaker or anything. And then as soon as they announced they want to merge, the NAB, the powerful National Association of Broadcasters was against this thing. I mean, we don't have to go over the history. And it hasn't been finally approved by the FCC. But there's no even guarantee, the companies merge and they become this, powerhouse. No, this is still an emerging technology. And, they're carrying on and keeping this thing from happening for so long. And meanwhile, companies are bleeding and it's costing them a lot of money. And you got guys like Jesse Jackson who go, yeah, give me 20% of the company for free. And I don't want to invest in anything. I'm black. I deserve it. I mean, it's a bullshit argument. And then you get the NAB going, yeah, give us part of the spectrum, for free. Because we're radio broadcasters and somehow we're hurt by this. And then you got some other group going, well, why don't you regulate it? It's just like wolves pulling at the carcass.
Anytime you give people the opportunity, that's just the freaking nature of people.
It's crazy. But anyway, I was very pleased. I got a phone call. The person who tipped me off that the Department of Justice had just approved the merger was Tim Sabian, got to me first. And I was really happy, I mean, through it all, how disappointed I am and how long this thing has taken and all of that. And, we'd be excited to be reaching all that many millions more people and see the technology grow. We've been here from, 600,000 subscribers. So it's very exciting. But anyway, I was very, very, very pleased to see that there was finally some movement. It was very
They're created
exciting.
by man. We can solve them by man.
Right. A lot of people were saying, well, the merger couldn't go through. And it's like, why? Why couldn't it go through? Is it me? What is it? What is the problem? It's not that complicated. Either it's a monopoly or it's not. And let's face it, it's not.
That's my point.
Yeah. Well, look.
They didn't need to learn anything about tech. Well, the only kind of technology that would have been anti-competitive is if you could block every radio signal with your satellite.
Yeah, the question really was, is it a monopoly or not? And you're right. If you think it's a monopoly, then don't allow it to go through. If you don't allow it to go through. That's it.
Did the stock move at all because of this?
A little bit. But, again, it hasn't been approved. It's only been approved by the Department of Justice, which is great. I think in the history of mergers, I don't know. Listen, you're getting information here from a guy who's, almost retarded.
This is his first merger.
I've never been a part of a merger. Well, we were part of the Viacom situation.
That's true.
Where CBS and Infinity merged, and then, you remember all that. And then CBS was bought by Viacom. So we were part of all of that. But I don't know. Somehow I didn't feel very connected to that. I don't know about you, but...
And it was conventional technology, and it was at the time where they were loosening regulations and all of that stuff, so it seemed a lot easier.
I got very emotional, to be honest with you, when I heard that the merger had been approved. Forgetting the financial interests and all that stuff. I'm talking about, I guess what I feel emotionally invested in this company because it was like a big deal leaving terrestrial radio. I had a pretty good career going there. We all did. And... then all of a sudden to say, I believe in this technology, and I really do. And to say, I think this is the future of broadcasting and the future of radio. And having everyone saying, well, they only have 600,000 subscribers, and you're going nowhere, and, you're spinning your wheels, and you're not going to have the juice, and all this kind of stuff. And now all of a sudden you're talking about two companies, coming together. You're talking about a 15 or 16 million person subscriber base. And the important thing is now when cars come off the assembly line, people will essentially get one satellite, which will be on.
Yeah, and they can have everything, baseball,
Right.
football,
Well, you know,
all
I'll
the
tell you.
programming, all the music.
You talk about that, Robin. I'm reading about the merger and all this, and then I see one guy. They interviewed a guy who subscribes to he subscribes to XM, and he goes, "I'm really excited because I pay for this thing every month, and now I'm getting football and baseball." And he says, and I haven't been able to get Howard Stern in my car. I'm excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the key. I mean, why should the consumer who's paying $12.95 a month not get all of that?
Now, that's the only thing that they're not considering. That, people are being denied certain programming by keeping us apart.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for the consumer. It's good. I mean, listen, it's good for business. This is a country that's hurting in the business area right now. A lot of big businesses in our country are hurting.
Yeah.
And
well, I heard one of the news reports, and afterwards they said, some people feel that consumers might have to pay more if these two companies merge. Consumers don't have to pay at all.
Right. This is not a life or death satellite.
You can live without this.
Trust me, you can live without it. I wouldn't want to see you living without it, but...
No, but if it gets too expensive, that's what people will do. They'll turn away, and then we'll have to deal with that. That's how you keep the prices under control.
Mike, you're on the air.
Good morning, everybody.
Hey.
Hey, Howard. When am I going to be able to start watching Yankees? Listening to Yankees games, man.
Well, this hasn't been... the FCC still has to rule on this.
Right. And,
but what I was going to say before is, supposedly, someone told me this, in the history of mergers, that the Department of Justice, whenever they approve of something, the merger usually follows. Like, it's never been a case where they...
Well, the FCC was waiting to see what the Justice Department would rule. That's what they kept saying.
Right. The only reason why they would... the one thing I read on the little web page that I saw in their statement, they said that people don't usually jump from one. Usually, when they buy the equipment, it's exclusive to that company, and once they have it, they usually don't jump ship. But he didn't mention all the people that were dropping XM at the beginning and going to Sirius because it's a better product.
Yeah, well, now it'll be one, and as they were saying in the paper today, I was reading the endless amount of articles on it, and they said that it'll be good because there are so many programs that are similar. Mm-hmm. That they can weed out that stuff and not pay for it, and then they can start to develop all of this stuff that's not similar. And then they have to develop, I guess, a radio that
takes both signals.
Yeah, and all that.
Kind
I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff.
That's not even in the near future.
Right. It's going to take... That's the point. They're delaying this and delaying it, and there's so much work to be done. And, well, anyway, look, I'm happy to see this first step was taken, because if the ruling had come out that this was somehow a monopoly, I probably would have banged my head into a wall and said, I cannot believe how disgraceful.
He probably would have started going to that Jeremiah, what's-his-name's church.
Yeah, I would have. I would have changed my whole... Yeah, I would have been a follower of his.
It is the white man.
Yeah, it is the white man. It is. And the white man did the right thing this time.
Sirius's chickens have come to roost.
Dan, you're on the air in Boston. Hi, Dan.
Good morning, Howard, and
Good morning.
Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you.
My question is, how long do you think it will take for the FCC to make a decision on this?
I have no idea. I would have thought this whole thing would have happened within 3 to 4 months. This is no more complicated than...
And they've had all the paperwork in both places, so you'd think that the FCC could act pretty quickly.
See, that's what worries me, is that old monster rearing its head and sit on this just for spite for 2 years or something.
You don't know.
And what are they? And what would they? How would they justify that? They don't have to answer to anybody.
You don't have
right.
to.
That's the problem. They're not accountable for anything or to anybody.
I was pleased because it could have all been shot down by the Department of Justice, and they didn't do it. So,
but the Justice Department had indicated it was leaning this way earlier, and remember a couple of Congress people said maybe I ought to take another look.
Well, listen, one thing you can say about the amount of time they took, No one can say this was rushed through, and that's good because, no one can come back and go, well, they didn't really think about it. The FCC can't say that. No one in the government can say that. This thing was, you know how many millions of pages of documents were filed? And
the government was not in the no-huddle offense.
Yeah, this was...
They didn't have any 2-minute warning.
You can't say they didn't... They spent less time on the Warren Commission than they did on this. I mean, our president was dead, and they kind of hustled through a piece of paper. Elvin, you're on the air. I don't know. By the way, I just don't know how long it'll all take, but it's a good first step. Elvin, you're on the air in Montreal.
Hey, now, what's going on?
I know.
Well, congratulations on the merger. And what about this FCC? When are they going to rule?
I said,
have you been listening?
Elvin, you know what? He's like a guy who goes, damn, I should have raised my hand and asked a question in class. I'll just ask whatever somebody else asked, and at least the teacher will see I'm interested. All right, Elvin, thank you. We don't know. We have no clue. We are so out of the loop, and great.
So, Fred, for someone who's been in radio for so long, been at so many different radio stations, how do you feel about the merger?
It's how do you? It's historic. That's what it is. It's historic. What we're a part of is a historic thing. I mean, to come to a situation like satellite radio to begin with is historical. I mean, it was pretty much a fledgling industry until this show came here, and now that we're about to double the platform, or at least keep my fingers crossed, because you never know with the FCC. You guys are doing a terrific job, so make sure that merger goes through. Thank you very much. If it goes through, it's the way radio should be. I think if people sample satellite radio, I don't even know who's going to see this. I mean, other than the people who already hear and listen to this now. It's always amazing to me that people don't know about satellite or don't care about satellite, or they go, what's satellite all about? Hopefully, this will bring more interest to the satellite programs and satellite stations, and just sign up if you haven't signed up already, or get your friends to listen. I mean, it's just an exciting thing. Come on, you people got to work harder. We're working hard.
Sal, what are you doing?
I'm trying to take a dump, and these guys are interrupting me. Sal, can you
only on this show. Only on this show would you have complete coverage of somebody taking a shit.
Oh my God!
I got to say something. Sal is now being videotaped by Howard TV taking a shit because of our hemorrhoid discussion.
Yeah.
We're going to see if his new shitting will get rid of that. There he is now.
Oh, my God!
Fuck. And he has no newspaper.
Oh, look at him.
Why is he sitting there so long?
And
Sal,
what's he...
dude, get off the bowl.
I don't want to see that.
Sal, get off the bowl. You're done.
Why do I work here?
You're working too hard on it. He's on there for a long time. That's why he has a hemorrhoid.
Why are you there? You don't have to go.
Can he put paper on the seat? Do you mean, I don't mind you, I mean, put paper on the seat. You're filthy.
It's come to... Oh, my God!
He doesn't know how to... He needs a...
Fuck.
How is he wiping? What is he doing?
Oh, turn that off. I'm going to throw up.
We've come... Now we're taping Sal shitting.
Could you turn it off, please?
Do you know any comedian who would...
He's looking at... He looked at the toilet paper and then showed it to the camera, and it was just all disgusting.
I didn't see. Thank goodness.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
I turned away before.
He wipes too hard with that dry paper. He needs wet ones. I told him that.
I'm going to throw up. Just the thought of it.
That was... Artie, you okay?
No.
We're all in shock.
This is, again, a human resources issue.
I agree.
When are we going to turn him in?
Wait.
Lisa G is now inspecting Sal's hemorrhoid? Wow.
Oh.
She
gets,
She's a trooper.
Wow, Jesus.
What are you doing out there, Lisa?
What's wrong with her?
But she can't hear us.
Let's see. Maybe I can...
I can hear you.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
It's part of my story. He said I'm doing a story about his hemorrhoids, and he didn't have them earlier, so
now you can
I wanted to see how bad they were. But
did you look?
Yeah, I did. I did already. All right, it's enough.
All right, Sal, pick up your head.
A little inflamed, but not bad. Nothing really.
Lisa so wants to be in the club.
No, I don't. All right, stop.
Oh, stop it, Sal.
All right, so that.
All right, thank
really
you, Lisa.
nothing to
All right,
report.
Lisa reporting from the bathroom with Sal.
The hemorrhoid is all right. It's
I got to
not
tell
too
you,
inflamed.
Lisa's really committed to her job.
Yes, she is.
Not too many reporters would go down that dirty.
I wonder if Sal's hemorrhoid gave her any new interesting ideas for next year's cookie party.
Yeah.
She said my looked nice and clean. She examined it. And then she.
I mean, it looked clean. People's butts could be nasty.
Yeah. I keep my very, very clean. You know?
You had nothing hanging in, hanging out, no little.
Nothing. No little little pieces of toilet paper.
Right,
No,
nothing.
participle. No dingleberries.
Right. No
I think
dingleberries.
Lisa is a great asshole examiner. I'm gonna have Lisa examine my asshole every day with this diet.
There's a lot of assholes around you.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. You know what I think? I think every day I'm gonna eat, take a dump, go on a new diet, and every day
No,
Lisa will come
not
in.
every day. I
You're
need
gonna
a
be
month.
you're gonna be my whole doctor.
My name is Marcos. I want to give him my first name.
Yeah.
And contest him. I have big teeth.
So now, whose idea was this?
I was cutting school one day and I heard the show and I was like, I have an idea, so I called him up.
And what'd you say?
Told him that idea for a teeth contest.
That you think your teeth are bigger than Gary's?
Probably.
Here, like, give me a smile or something like that. Well, they are pretty big.
We had a listener call us yesterday, or 2 days ago, and he said that his teeth were bigger than Gary's.
All right.
I said, well, let's have a little contest. Gary says he's talked to the guy on the phone a couple of times.
Have you seen him, Gary?
No.
Good.
Gary thinks the guy's retarded.
Well, he talks sort of funny, and he keeps asking me.
It could be just the big teeth.
How long my teeth are, or it could be a great practical joke by you guys. I never know.
No, this is not a practical joke.
But it could be.
It's not. The guy called in on the air. Maybe I could have arranged that, but I didn't. Seriously.
Yeah, no,
I just thought it was funny. All right, bring in the dude. Let's take a look.
He wanted to know how long my teeth were because he wanted to know.
Like measured, you mean?
Yeah, like what they were from like the gum to the end of the tooth.
Oh. What are they from the gum to
I've
the end
never
of the
measured.
Why don't we measure? Get a ruler in here.
Where's a ruler?
Here he is. Wow, his teeth. Wait a second. I think you got to run for your money. Hey, dude. Hey, come on, get close to that microphone. I want to talk to you.
Yeah, hi.
Wow, I don't want to do the measuring yet because we're going to have to measure officially, but your teeth are big.
Turn around. Let me see you.
And take off your hat so we can see your face.
Ugly face I got, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you got an ugly face. Let me see. We got zits and everything. Come here. Take off your hat so I can see what you look
It's
like.
not just the teeth; it's the beautiful complexion.
Let me see. Look at me. Let me see your face. Oh man.
Acne, man.
They got a cure for that now.
Yeah, why don't you go get
it's
treatment?
bad genetics, you know.
No, they got a cure for it.
For real?
It's called
Accutane.
Accutane. The whole world is on it. Seriously. Either that or soap will take care of that.
No, I know 3 people who use it, and it's made a complete difference.
Do you know about Accutane? You go to one of these dermatologists, and they put you on it, and all that's gone, dude. How old are you?
I'm 19.
You're 19?
Yeah.
You ever gotten laid?
Yeah.
Really? Well, they must be some pigs, right?
Well, you know, nothing classy.
Nothing classy, right? Yeah. Well, you get rid of that skin problem, and they can get rid of that. I wouldn't goof on you if I didn't know they could get rid of it. Get close to that microphone, man. You might. Are you a little slow or anything?
Nah, I'm just nervous.
Oh, because Gary thought you were retarded.
Nah.
No, I thought he acted strange and a little.
Nah,
slow.
because I was nervous. You know? First time I was ever talking to Gary or anybody like that. You know?
I can tell you
Gary
something.
makes a lot of people nervous.
You know what it is? Your teeth are nicer than his.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're in your head.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. No, they are. I mean, he can get his lips over his teeth.
They're real.
His teeth are nice, this guy.
Oh yeah.
No, they are.
Oh, Gary.
You're not talking about the way they are. You're talking about.
First of all, your lips are huge, Gary, and you can't even stretch your lips over your teeth.
And
Look.
second of all, his teeth are white.
No, they're not white. I think it's the light that makes them look white.
That's nothing I can do about that,
My
Robin.
teeth are yellow.
They're yellow usually?
Yeah, yellow.
You're a mess.
I wrote a book about my teeth, yellow like mine.
The OJ mask.
Yeah, you're checking out the OJ mask? Yeah, you like that. You
Where's
like
a
that.
ruler? Can we get one?
Yeah, we're going to get here's a ruler. Well, Gary, let me measure your teeth first. But you see, Gary's teeth are caps. And they're these big, thick chiclets, and I can't. And they look fake. Every tooth in his mouth looks fake.
Yeah.
And he has to keep wiping his tongue over them because they get dry.
Right.
This guy's got regular teeth. While they're big, they're kind of attractive, and they're in his head.
We're all right.
I mean, really. I mean, so Gary's got you beat in terms of goofy.
I'm looking at him from the side, though. He has a little trouble getting his lips over his teeth,
yeah,
too.
no, I see what's going on.
Let me see.
because I know it firsthand.
Right.
I know it gets stuck when I talk. You know, they like.
do you get dry?
People laugh. You know, they're like, you know, let's say I'm talking to somebody, the person like next to him, like, you know, goes to somebody else's ear.
Yeah.
You know, touch, you know, I know what they're doing already. You know?
They're whispering and goofing on you.
They're not whispering on me. And
Right.
I leave, they probably do it worse. You know.
Right. Gary, what do you did you say you know what he's talking about?
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, I've been goofed on.
Right. But you know what he means when he can't get his lips over his teeth?
Well,
You're saying
now
it's
that
dry?
you guys pointed, I never knew I had any problems at all until I met you.
Right.
Maybe I was crazy. Maybe I
Right.
was ignorant.
Right.
But now that you've pointed it out, yeah.
Well, you told me all the kids in your school used to goof on you. Well, how could you not?
No, they goofed on the color, not the size.
Oh, well, I
had
think it was everything.
I had trouble with the color, but not the size.
Right. So when you lick your teeth, when you lick with your tongue and you're constantly wetting them, are you saying that he has the same problem?
I don't think
You said you recognized a similar problem.
But I don't think it's the caps. I always had dry mouth.
You did.
I think it's just the size of the teeth.
Yeah,
I don't think the caps made it any different.
Do you, Marco? Do you have a dry mouth?
Nah, normal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't
no,
see
but
you.
he just said, you see, you can't even understand what Marco is saying.
Right.
When he's talking, because his teeth are exposed and they're so long and protruding, they dry out and his lip will get stuck to his teeth.
Yeah. Now Gary has a move where he just goes, you know, and he swipes them down and wets them. Do you have such a move, Marco?
No.
You do not. No. So what happens when your lip gets caught on your giant teeth?
Let's keep talking.
Just keep talking, and eventually it moves.
I gotta repeat certain things over again.
Do you ever rip your upper lip on your dry teeth?
Nah.
No, I see.
That doesn't happen.
And, you know, I guess people at home could relate to this in the sense that if you've ever tried to close a packed suitcase, that would be Gary and Marco every time they have to close their lips.
There you go.
Would that be accurate, guys?
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, it's tough. Okay.
I think Fred once described it more accurately, trying to pull the skin over a drum.
I see.
You know, that's what it is. It's tight. You got to push.
It takes a long time. Okay. Well, let's measure your teeth and find out once and for all. Marco, you say you have gotten girls even with your skin condition and big teeth.
Yeah, but not ugly girls, you know.
Ugly girls.
Yeah.
Fat girls? Mostly?
Yeah, not good looking.
Really?
Mostly
that bad?
white girls, you know, be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
White, ugly girls?
Yeah, because like the Puerto Ricans or like Spanish and black girls are all like stuck up, you know. All they want is money.
Yeah, right. They're looking for a rich guy.
Yeah, and like, you know, white girls, you know, it's like for some reason, he could be the ugliest Spanish guy as long as you're Spanish. That's like some kind of status or like, you know. Like
there are some white women, you're right, Marco, who have this compulsion to date either a black man or a Hispanic.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
No matter what you look like.
Yeah.
You know?
They think it's exotic.
Yeah. They think it's exotic. They fool around with that for 10, 15 years.
And then they marry a white guy.
Yeah, yeah.
And move to the suburbs.
Yeah, a lot of these girls also love crack. Yeah, right. They're called taco hags. Yeah, right.
I heard that.
You ever hear fag hags?
Yeah,
It's a taco hag.
Okay.
All right, so you've gotten white girls. Wow, what age were you when you got your first white girl?
Like 17.
17 years old, right.
Yeah,
And
I got her at 17.
when she was a virgin, or you got...
You know, you can't trust them.
Right, you
She
don't
said
know.
she was, but you're
Right.
not sure.
Now, how did you meet this one? Where did you meet her?
Nah, you just, you know, around the neighborhood.
Really?
I
She
live
was
in,
hanging-
I live in a white neighborhood.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
And she thought, wow, look at this guy.
Yeah.
I'll freak everybody
I'll
out.
freak out. I'll really get back at my parents. All right, let's measure the teeth and find out once and for all, because I have a lot to get to. Gary's phone call coming up. Why don't we...
From the gum to the bottom of the tooth.
Gary, go right to your gum.
It's hard for me to see.
Would you like me to match it
Yeah,
right
because
up?
I can't really see.
All right, let me take my
Let's add a
shades
mirror.
off.
Camera in there so we can see the
All right,
measurement.
I will measure Gary's. I will measure from gum. I can't even see where the 1 inch mark
I know.
is. All right, here we are. Here we go. Oh, this is going to be rough. Gary's teeth are 3 feet long. Let me go to the first. I'm going to go to the left top tooth. And I see here, Jackie, can you read this? Is that 3/4 of an inch?
Jesus.
That is 3/4 of an inch, I believe.
Can't be that. Holy Christ.
Is that an inch?
Look at the size of it. I never knew measured.
3/4 of an inch.
3/4 of an inch it is.
Now, can I see what 3/4 of an inch looks
Oh,
like?
take a look.
That's a
Wow.
tusk.
That is a tusk. That's not a tooth.
How about from the
Now, Gary, measure Marco over
Wait a
there,
second.
will
You're
you?
saying my tooth is come on.
Yeah, that's
That's how
3/4 of an inch.
What am I,
Go
a
ahead.
bison?
Here, measure Marco over there, and let's
We're gonna
find
use
out
that
once
same
and for all.
tooth.
All right, take a measurement. See what you get. Marco, can you lower your bottom lip? It's interfering with the measurement.
Oh, bottom.
Look at the size of those choppers.
It's like slightly more than 3/4 of an inch.
Yeah, I believe Marco has the bigger tooth. One could almost judge by sight.
I'm the king, huh?
All right, you are the king of big teeth. Congratulations.
I gladly pass you the crown, Marco.
Right. Wow. And by the way, get the close-up. Guys, give us big close-ups for E-camera. Look at when Gary shows his mouth. Is that the funniest looking face you ever saw? And Marco, get your mouth open so we can do a comparative analysis with complete readout. Each one of Marco's zits is 7/8 of an inch. Yeah, work on that Accutane, pal. That's all you got to get to clear that right up. That's some condition.
Call a dermatologist.
You'll be getting lots more girls if you get rid of that.
That face is like brow.
Right, that's right. What's it say on there? It says time for a commercial. Anyway, get Marco a paper bag, will you? Get the teeth and the zits. Marco, you're not a bad-looking guy. You just got to clean yourself up a little bit. All right, a little soap and water would help. What, do you come from a big Puerto Rican family?
I'm not Puerto Rican. What,
are you Mexican?
No, I'm from Peru.
Peru?
They think I'm Puerto Rican.
All right, get this out of my studio. We'll need you here. What do we got for a prize for our Peruvian friend?
He can go see Stone Temple Pilots, or he can go see the Horde Festival in August.
Well, how's he going to fit into any of those shows?
I like rock and roll.
Do you really?
Yeah.
What do you like mostly? Tejano music?
No, I don't listen to that shit, man.
Wait, easy. You can't say the S word, my brother.
What is he doing? He's only, what, 19?
19.
Are you a student?
Where do you deliver groceries?
I'm still in high school.
You're 19 and you're in high school?
Yeah, because I was playing around. You know,
that's
like
wrong.
Goofing around.
Wait a second. Let me get this straight.
I'm a senior now.
You're a senior in high school and you're 19 years old.
Yeah.
What'd you get left back twice?
Yeah, I failed second grade.
You failed second grade?
Second grade?
I know 5-year-olds can pass second grade.
I have problems with the reading, you know.
It's hard for you to read?
Yeah, it still is, you know, because I never actually learned how to, like, you know, break up certain words, you know.
Where were you? I mean, you went to regular school here, right?
Well,
you didn't come from Peru?
Yeah, but I went to a band, because I used to live in North Philly. It's like a bad neighborhood.
Oh, for God's sake.
No one cared down there about studying.
Come on. 19 years old, you should be the principal.
Hey, Marco, when's your birthday?
May 25th. I'll be 20.
So wait, you're going to be 20 when you graduate?
Do all the kids goof on you for that?
No, everybody thinks I'm younger. Everybody thinks I'm like 15 because I'm not tall, you know.
You got the zits of a 25-year-old. What do you do? You bag groceries?
Nah, I don't got no job.
You don't even have a job?
Nah.
Oh, man, you're a loser's loser.
No,
you got big teeth, you got zits, and you're 20 years old and you're in high school.
My parents got a low income, so I get free medical care, you know.
What is it? You messed around in the second grade and the teachers left you back?
Yeah, and then I messed around in 11th grade again.
And
I was going to say, he got left back twice.
Yeah, easily. Who knows? You might get left back a third time.
Yeah, maybe.
But what are you, determined to graduate?
Yeah, this time. I only need 3 credits.
Oh, there you
So
go.
what are you going to do after you graduate?
Go to college.
You know how to read now or what?
I know words, but like looking at them, memorize.
Let me hear you read. Let me see you read. I can't believe this guy. Let me hear this, Marco. What the hell's wrong with
Has
you?
he taken his SATs?
SATs? He
Starting there, starting and Tuesday, Shock Jock Howard Stern. Stern radio program will air weekdays at 3 a.m. on Rhino, KZA, FM 1.
Reno, yeah.
Yeah,
all right, you're not bad. You're not bad,
yeah,
reader.
but like there's like certain big words I can't break them down.
Really?
Like those like SAT words, you know.
SAT type words, right?
Howard, I'm dying to know.
You read better than Gary, I'll tell you that.
What college has he applied to?
He ain't gonna apply to no college.
Temple, community college.
Temple?
You're gonna apply to Temple?
Yeah.
Well, that's just an exercise.
I think he wants to be a rabbi.
Just throw the $50 in the garbage.
You're gonna apply to a college?
Yeah.
Are you crazy?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, you flung 3 times already.
Nah.
You can't go to college.
He's beginning to like school.
Yeah.
Right. Can you spell pinata?
Nah.
You can't?
Nah.
And you're Peruvian?
I know. That's a Mexican thing.
Oh, I see. Can you spell unemployment?
Yeah.
Let me hear you spell unemployment.
UNEMPLOY and MENT.
Not bad. What about drive-by? Can you spell that? That's what you're going to be doing.
BY.
Whatever. You're close enough. All right, listen to me. Our good
Spells
friend.
better than gorilla.
Our new friend. He does. Listen, you spend that many years in high school, you'll spell good too. So the other kids are like, what, 17? And you're like almost 20?
Yeah, and they get more action than I am, you know.
Right. Yeah, well, hey, listen, you do the best you can, all right?
Okay.
Marco, congratulations. You were a winner today. You won the Big Teeth contest.
Yeah, I got a $100 bill. Can you autograph that?
Sure, I'd be
I have
happy
a cousin,
to.
you know, he like loves you too.
Where'd you get that?
That's his money.
Were you dealing crack?
Nah, I don't do drugs, nah.
You don't do any drugs?
Nah.
Good. You're a good boy. I like you, man. I like you, Marco.
Thank you.
At least you're not out there committing crime. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm going to
Call
the
us
peep
when you
shows
get into
after this,
college.
You know what I'm saying?
Where are you going?
Peep shows.
Oh, she's going to the peep shows.
Yeah.
You're going to go to the peep shows today?
Yeah.
Well, it's a day in the city, Howard. You can't waste it.
A little education from Marco. Shouldn't you be in high school today?
Yeah.
What are you cutting?
Yeah.
Dude, you're never going to graduate.
Graduate when he's 30.
I said when he graduates, I want him to call us. I want to know what college got this.
Well, you know, by the way, let me say something to our sponsors, because this is important to say. You know, not all our listeners are this dopey. I want you to understand something. It's only the ones that come down here.
And what do you plan to be when you grow up?
I'm
Old.
I want to study computer science.
Computer science. Why don't you get realistic? You should be a gym teacher. What's the matter with you?
No, if you're determined enough, you can do anything you want.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
But if you having these guys.
Do you have a computer?
No, my uncle has a computer.
Let me ask you a question. You want to be in computer science?
Yeah.
And you don't have a computer and you flunked twice?
Yeah.
Now,
Are you good at math?
Somewhat.
I mean, this is America, but not for you.
He looks like the guy that drives my car at the car wash.
Right.
Wait a minute. Hold these two towels. Let's.
Oh man. Yeah. Do me a favor. My car's downstairs. The limo. Just give it a good scrub. Let me see how you do. I'll give you a nice tip.
I got with my teeth.
Can't you put those teeth to work? All right, listen, Marco, you're not a loser. You're a winner in every sense of the word. And I predict big things for you here in this country.
Who's going to be your wife in that movie?
You want to know? Maybe I should have
Pamela Anderson, right?
No, get out of here, Pamela Anderson.
Oh, Juliette Lewis.
No, not that skank.
Heather Locklear.
Juliette Lewis is a nasty, dirty girl. Who is that?
And you know the girl from Melrose?
What's her name?
Heather Locklear.
Heather Locklear,
Yeah, her.
right.
Her?
Yeah, she's my wife.
Yeah,
No, let me tell you something. Juliette Lewis is a good actress, but she's nasty. No one's going to believe
wrong with her?
Yeah, no one's going to believe that. That's a dirty, nasty girl. All right, that's your mistress. That ain't your wife. Heather Locklear, no one's going to believe it's my wife. No, I got a girl that's terrific. I mean, this girl acted her ears off. Should I say the name of the girl who's going to play my wife?
Did you check on those things I asked you to check?
Who am I going to check with? Who am I? The king, Ivan Reitman?
Yeah.
What, does he run my life now? I can't say anything? Who is he? It's none of your business who's going to play my wife in the movie.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Now listen, I got to get you out of here.
Oh, I have an idea for a story, but
It can't possibly be good.
A story? What story?
What story for the movie? The movie's
no,
written.
No, not for the movie. I just had an idea when I've been thinking about it for about a year already.
All right, what's the idea? Let me hear it quickly.
Well, I don't want to say it. But
What? Why? Oh, you think someone's going to steal it?
Yeah, it's
You can only pray that someone will steal it.
It has
Why
never
are you
been
thinking
done.
of
It has never
becoming
been done.
a
All right.
computer scientist when you have this great story in your head?
Let me hear the story.
I'll bet you $100 it's been done.
I bet you it's about a guy who has tons of zits and really big teeth, and he goes to a doctor, and he transforms him into a good-looking guy.
No,
and then he goes out and gets laid a lot.
Not that. No, it's not that.
Really? What is
the
it?
story?
Okay, when I was in 5th grade, when I was 15.
Right.
You know, you saw Batman Forever when he fell into that cave and he saw that bat and that determined his whole life.
Can I make a suggestion to you?
Yeah, what?
See that bad mustache you have?
Yeah.
Shave that off.
Nah.
Every Spanish guy I know has got a bad mustache.
Nah, it goes real fast.
Come on. Take a look at this. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. Looks like dirt on his lip.
Even the girls get it.
It grows real fast and then it just stops.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
when
so
you were in the 5th grade.
I mean, when I was 15. When I was 15.
Yeah, right.
You
That's
fell
when you were in the
into a
5th grade, when you were 15. That's what I was talking about. You fell into what?
No, okay. You know when Batman fell into the cave, Batman Forever, and he saw that bat, and that was like a big impact for that, for his life. Well, when I was 15, I saw somebody. I never met this person, but it inspired me to write a story. I mean, about a stranger I don't even know.
Right.
Yeah, it's about this girl, right?
Yeah.
I know her real name, and she's a black girl.
Go ahead.
Very light skin complexion, and it takes place in the 80s, you know.
Go ahead.
And she gets she's adopted, you know.
Right.
And her family is, they hate white people, but she's black, but also light skin complexion at the same time.
Go ahead. She can pass. Go ahead.
Yeah, so she has a lot of problems dealing with this, and her adopted mother dies. Hey, what are you doing that for?
Yeah.
And then, she meets
Sir,
back.
does this movie have an ending?
Yeah, where's the-
You know why this movie's never been done before?
Why?
Because no one could understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, well.
It's a trilogy. Yeah, go ahead.
No, it just takes place in the 80s.
Pitch me.
And she meets people, and she's Cheryl Megan. At the end, she realizes, she shouldn't be using guys for money, because she's a very good-looking girl.
Where'd that come from?
I made it up.
All right, listen to me. You better stick to computer science.
I think he made it up while he was sitting here.
Yeah. You've been thinking about that for years?
No, for about a year.
I see.
Have you written it down?
Somewhat, but
Don't bother.
Yeah. Don't waste your time.
Story.
All right, listen to me.
Because there's a lot of jealousy with something like that.
Dude, why don't you write it down? I'll buy it. I buy everything.
No, there's a lot of black girls.
I bought the Sam Kinison movie. I'll buy that.
Howard.
Why?
I hate the bus, right? I hate the bus and a lot of black people.
Yeah.
Whenever a real light skinned girl go inside, a lot of black girls make comments, and a lot of dark guys go after the light skinned girls anyway.
Right.
Yeah, so that's an idea.
I
story.
see. You want to do a movie about a light skinned black girl?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
And everybody will watch it.
All right.
Horny guys will watch it. Girls what's this about? I want to see it.
All right, listen to me.
Make money.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
Yeah. Okay.
That was good.
You liked it, Jackie?
Yeah. Here's the plot.
it's a blank sheet of paper, Jack.
Sorry, Marco.
All right, Marco, listen to me. Just stick with what you got. You won the prize. You could either go to the Horde concert or the Stone Temple Pilots. pilots.
And where's this at?
Please.
I don't know where it's at. I live in Philadelphia.
Roseland.
Where's that at?
Where is that?
In Manhattan.
Oh, I'm not from here. I'm not from, I'm from
Where are you?
Philadelphia.
All right. Well, that's right.
Yeah, I had to come all the way down
So
here.
get him something else then, all right?
I'll find you something.
Give me some pimple cream, you know that stuff.
Yeah, okay. All right, listen to me. I got to take a break. This guy Marco's making me
See, now he
insane.
wants us to hook him up with a dermatologist. That
Yeah,
would be
right.
his prize.
Well, hook him up with a dermatologist and get him some skin treatment. All right, listen to me. Give him a couple of porno videos. The guy's 19 and he's horny.
Thank you.
You want some porno?
Yeah.
Do we get any porno in the back?
I think your limo driver took all of it.
Oh, Jesus.
He was a bag the size like huge. It was filled with like
Ronnie the limo driver?
50 tapes.
You're kidding.
Wiped you out.
No, he needs those.
What's he doing with them?
I don't know.
He's like the
You don't think
Santa
my
Claus of
idea's good?
porno. What?
You don't think my idea is good?
You what, the movie idea? You back on that? Are you crazy?
It's good.
One minute the girl was being adopted, the next minute she's living with men for money. I don't understand how she got.
Because she don't care.
Oh, be quiet.
It is a good idea.
Sense at all.
Yeah, when you was in school, wasn't there a little bit of that jealousy right there with the high yellow girls?
Well, tell me a story. Who is this girl?
Would you get off it? Are you going to torture this guy?
Wasn't there jealousy though? Like, you know.
Sure,
listen to
that
me.
still exists.
I know, so why not make a movie out of it?
Do me a favor.
Cash.
Graduate high school. Concentrate on that.
I'll make some cash. Imagine if I came back here in 5 years and I made a story.
Yeah, we're going to try to imagine that.
Do you know what? That's more.
Imagine
That's
that.
even less. That's less believable than the black girl story. All right.
come on, it's
Listen to me. You're going to wash cars for a living, so get used to
More of
it.
a chance
all
he'll be back here with 2 towels in his hand.
That's right.
Yeah, learn the word chamois.
Yeah. Learn how to spell it and how to use one.
Want the hot wax?
Never seen anything like it. His teeth are bigger than his imagination. All right. Go back and think of a news story.
So, you glad you got to go in there and check out Gary's big teeth?
Yeah. It ain't that big.
No?
Normal. He got big gums. That's what he got.
Right.
So
You're the one that.
yeah.
So you're gonna take some of Howard's advice and and what did he tell you about your writing stuff?
He's told me. Well, at first he told me on the air he told me to do car wash and then
Right.
and off the air he told me about maybe giving it to him. I'm not sure.
Oh really?
Yeah.
All right. All right. So you happy you got to go in there?
Huh?
You happy you beat Gary's teeth?
Yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was bigger, but
They weren't as big as you thought?
Yeah. Yeah, but actually the king now with big teeth.
The king of teeth.
But how'd they look like color-wise and stuff? They were pretty ugly?
They're like gray.
Yeah? Pretty
Yeah,
ugly?
like dead man's teeth.
Do you think you should like brush his teeth more or something?
He probably does, but just
Just
it doesn't work for him. He needs
Just doesn't work.
more powerful stuff.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Hey, it's Gary Dell'Abate, Baba Booey. On Monday's wrap-up show, we discuss Ben Stiller as a guest, what a great guest he is, how he always comes in, he's an A-lister, loves the show, and he's pretty open about his life, and he tells us everything that's going on. We dig him. Check it out.
And we're going to talk about Ben Stiller, longtime friend of the show, Ben Stiller.
Yeah, he comes in to promote all his movies, and I think, listen, he's a big star. He likes us. You know, what more do you need?
Now, he and Howard, seemed that their relationship was going someplace, and then I guess it dropped off.
I thought Ben said something that was really telling and not a joke today. He said, yeah, you sort of dropped the ball. And Howard goes, really? I thought you dropped the ball. And Ben said, well, when I didn't get the wedding invite, I figured I was on the outs. And I didn't think that was a joke.
I didn't think that was a joke either. Did you, Benji?
No, but I also didn't think I didn't think about it too much.
You don't have a thought on it, do you?
Yeah, I did think it was a joke.
How'd you think Ben looked today?
Yeah,
Skinny.
Skinny and his hair.
And he had the funky hair.
Yeah. Do you think a couple people said he seemed depressed?
Oh, yeah, I got it. No, go ahead.
Do you agree?
I don't know. That's sort of his demeanor. He's sort of like the, gets beat up, but he's a good guy. I mean, it's almost like the character in his movies. But he seemed a little downtrodden today.
Well, considering all his success, and he's been tremendously successful in movies, do you think he's a humble guy? I mean, is that a fair way to put it?
Yeah, I mean, you can be humble, but like when Ben said he doesn't know how many movies he's been in that have cracked 100 million, I was not buying that. I mean, you can be humble and still know that, because when you want to go in to negotiate a contract, I'm pretty sure you got to know what that is.
And today, I know he was promoting Night in the Museum, the next movie, but a lot of talk was about Tropic Thunder and the balls it really takes to make a movie like that.
I think he's really proud of that movie, as well he should be, because he's made some funny movies, but there's some people who go, oh, he makes light comedy, and that was a ballsy movie. And we were saying here today, imagine if you tried to make that movie and Sal was playing the black character instead of Robert Downey Jr. I always said about that movie, the reason why I loved it so much is because that could have gone horribly wrong, and it didn't. It was really well done and well written.
And he revealed that he'd been working on that for 20 years. Like, that was a long-time project that he really wanted to do, and it came out great. And, of course, Downey gets nominated for the Academy Award, playing a guy who's trying to get nominated for an Academy Award.
The second I saw that movie, I said he should be nominated, because, again, that could have gone horribly wrong in the hands of another actor.
And I thought Jimmy did a great job just hanging during that whole interview, and then piped in, in the appropriate places.
Now, where was that?
Well, I'll get to that. First, we got to get to Ben's marriage, which it seems like he's got a great marriage, 2 kids, everything's great. But he was very honest. He said, all marriages have ups and downs. And, of course, immediately it's like, what do you mean ups and downs? And then Howard brought up the Neil Patrick Harris thing, which, if you missed it, clip number 2, Ted, here's, this explains it.
Neil Patrick Harris.
I was
be a down. He'll be one of the
said
downs.
he never had sex with a woman. He had sex with your wife.
Well, now, I don't know if there actually was,
he says it was coitus.
He might not even know what that is.
And he said...
It was grossest.
He said... I knew then I was gay, because if this is one of the most beautiful women in the world. If I can't get excited over her...
Well, he must have been
then I must be
excited.
gay, right? That's what he said.
Yeah.
Now, now, what do you think of this?
I don't know what to think of it. I mean, I don't know if it's a compliment, if it's a backhanded, whatever. I don't know. I'm happy that he's happy with his own sexuality. I'm glad that he's figured it out.
Did she break the news to you?
Had she told you that she
I knew that they had dated. I mean, I never delved in for the details.
Right.
What do you say to that?
So he's finding out for the first time today that Neil Patrick said that on our show?
No, he was aware of it, he said.
He was aware that they dated.
No, he was aware of what Neil Patrick Harris said when he came in. But still, how do you have that conversation with your wife? Or you don't even have that conversation.
Well, first of all, do you want to hear about any of the dudes that your wife banged before she met you?
No.
Okay. Then do you want to hear about the gay dude she banged who's like this really gay guy now?
No. But again, Ben knows what he's getting into when he walks into the Howard Stern show, and he rolls with things very well. The other thing he didn't want to talk about was Owen Wilson. And this is after talking about a bunch of different things in his personal life. But it seemed like Owen Wilson's attempted suicide was just hands off.
Well, they're really good friends. He probably doesn't want to talk about it. But he's like, I'm not going to talk about this. And he started to talk about it. And then it got really crowded in there, and he reeled back on it. But, I didn't think Howard was that out of line. He's sort of like, hey, you're directing a movie. You got just your life's work. It's a movie you worked on for 20 years. What do you do when a guy drops out?
Did you think that question was out of line, Benji?
No, not at all. And I didn't think I thought Ben didn't handle it in a really good way. Like, I think he should. If he doesn't want to talk about it, it's okay. I would respect that. But it just he made it like it was this horrible thing that it made.
Well, the guy tried to kill himself.
No. That's horrible. But it's not crazy that Howard would say, like, how do you handle a situation like that?
Yeah, I think everybody's nervous when Howard brings up stuff like that. But I thought the question was a legitimate question. He probably said, hey, you know what, man? He's a great guy. We got somebody else for the movie. It was a tough time, and, we moved on.
Hey, it's Sal Governale, and on Tuesday's wrap-up show, we discuss one of my screw-ups in the Bob Levy spelling game. And then somehow the conversation went over to Robin and her talking too much. That was my opinion. That was constructive criticism. And after you see what I have to say, I think you're going to agree with me. So check it out.
Sal, I'm glad you came down here. I see your stuff in your face. I'll give you a second. But I know you apologize for the misspelling and you blame Google and Gary and Robin and everything else, but ultimately you took responsibility for your mistake.
No, in an argument where one's right and one's wrong, and it's Sal and Google, I think one is Sal, who was trapped in a pizzeria as a kid.
Hostage.
Hostage. And the other one is a company that recruits Harvard and Yale kids. So I don't know, Sal. It's
I think
a bad
you summed
matchup.
up. I think you summed it up right there.
But Sal, you did the greatest prank ever, you and Richard. It was vintage, you guys, and then you fuck up 10 minutes later. So explain the fuck up. We don't care about the prank.
Exactly. Why'd you blame Google?
Talk about your fuck
Because
ups.
when Google didn't work, I went to Gary.
But did you take responsibility for it?
Yes, absolutely.
No.
I do take responsibility, and I did it. I did it in a way where when I wasn't sure about the word, I Googled it. But the thing is, at the time, I never noticed the top. It says, "Did you mean so and so?"
Right.
I just I'll type in cemetery, and then if I see, and I'll scan the page, and if I see that spelling, I assumed I got it right.
So it gave you all the hits on the other idiots that spelled it wrong.
That's exactly it, right. So I found on Google all the idiots just like me, and I fucked up.
Sal, when we were talking about it, though, a bigger issue came up, I think, which Gary alluded to, which is,
Sure.
I don't know, did you hear what he said? He said that you're telling Gary that he's your boss and everything, and then away from Gary, you're like, you know what, I'm
well,
doing just fine.
I said on the air that I screwed up, and then when Howard just kept pecking at me, I said, this is a time for a good old-fashioned Baba Booey moment.
But that's not what we're talking about.
Yeah,
we're talking about
You're
off
not
the
listening.
air. People are telling me off the air that you're going around saying, I let Gary think he's the boss, but I know who's running the show.
No. I might have said it in front of the camera, but Gary, that's definitely not true.
I wonder.
So who?
I wonder if you didn't go
Thank
to the,
you, Sal.
Gary.
I wonder if you didn't go to the Stuttering John School of Disrespect.
No, Gary, you know more than I. Like even today, when we put a game together, I specifically break it down. I make sure that you know.
Sal, if you're going to go to a Stuttering John school,
I would never go to that school.
You should go to the Stuttering John School of getting an insanely great job without any skills school.
No, you should go to the Stuttering John School of I can't remember where I put my wallet.
You should go to the post Howard Stern job placement school because he's the fucking master of that.
Gary, do you believe that Sal respects you at your job?
I think for the most part he does, but I think Sal is one of those guys, who will say whatever needs to be said, where it needs to be said to make himself look good.
Well, I don't know about looking good.
Yeah, he's a jerk off.
Right, yeah, they are. Yeah.
I was going for two things.
Yeah, but I'm a
professional jerk.
I'm a jerk off too. So, Sal, just say you're being a jerk off when you fuck with Gary like that.
I agree. And you know what? It's funny. I wanted to bring something up about Stuttering John. In the beginning, I liked what Stuttering John did, but it came to a point where it wasn't funny anymore. It was just browbeating. It got a little.
Are you talking about me or anybody?
I'm talking about Stuttering John.
With anybody?
With you.
Oh.
But
look who's talking.
I know. No, but I think
the guy who built the wall of teeth in Times Square.
And I loved what John did and stuff to certain degrees, but I felt like it just wasn't funny anymore. It just was it was mean-spirited. And believe it or not, I'm trying to pull away from that. Today, it's been a while since I broke Gary's balls, but when you have like Howard looking at you, I feel like a third grader in the principal's office.
It's rough getting yelled at by Howard because it's impossible to win an argument because he's a good arguer.
For straws and
sometimes you just got to own up to it.
And I did. But I'm grasping for straws, and he's giving me that look. It's like the fucking, it's like the Wizard of Oz looking down at you with the flames coming up and everything,
Sal,
and I'm shivering like the lion, and all of a sudden I'm just like, where do I go? Oh, okay, Baba Booey.
Sal, do you?
He's my saving grace.
Hold on.
Sometimes.
Deflection.
Do you understand why Howard was so embarrassed and upset?
Because I made him look like an ass. And you don't make Howard look like an ass on the show. I mean, I screwed up. The guy is running a show. He's doing the best he can. He can't stop and think, and cover everything. He's running a show. And then all of a sudden, it's one of those things he glanced over, and I made him look foolish.
Now, will you be insulted if you get an email tonight where Beth said you put a post-it on your computer and you should check Webster's dictionary?
No, I won't be.
But another reson he was mad, Sal,
funny.
From a comedy point of view, was it ruined the bit.
Right.
It ruins the bit.
Sure.
If we can't spell, too, although Levy spelled existence, EXF, I think. But, so he looked really bad, but we look stupid too, so the bid is destroyed.
Well, we're one big happy stupid family. I was stupid.
No, we're not.
And the first thing
we have stupid cousins.
And the first thing
Sal.
The first thing you said when you walked in there was, "I know I'm stupid. I know you just." Do you feel like Howard just wanted to go down that road?
Yes, I wanted to kind of like cover my tracks by saying what he would say, so he would get it out of the way.
How did you know? How did you know what he was going to say?
Well, after a while working here, you kind of get the impression of what's going to happen. You kind of get a feeling of what he's going to say. And I knew what he was going to say. As soon as he saw that, or whatever the fuck it is, and he called Gary, and Gary said I knew. I mean, my heart just sunk. And I said, here it comes. Here comes the beating. It's been a while. And I walked in. It's
actually been a few days.
You know. And it was like going to Bogey Land, like from March of the Wooden Soldiers. And I walk in there, and then sure enough, he just...
Sal with a great Laurel and Hardy reference.
Yeah, I was a big Laurel and Hardy fan. And
you smacked Robin a couple times, too.
It is like going to Bogey Land, though. It
it's
is
like
once in a
Buster
while.
Keaton and Seven Brides.
It's like Harold Lloyd hanging off the clock.
With Robin... Look, I like Robin. I'm not going to be one of those guys. I love Robin, but I like Robin, but she's got to know her place sometimes. I mean,
what is her place?
Well, yeah, what do you
know
mean
what I mean? Well, there's a pilot and there's a co-pilot.
Back of the bus, Sal? Is that what you're saying?
No. That's a long time ago.
But what is it? You mean, in other words,
Not
Howard's a
long
pilot?
enough, Sal.
Howard's a pilot. She's got to sort of pipe down.
In certain cases.
But like what? Like a case like where Howard's browbeating you?
Right. No, there's a time to speak. There's a time not to speak.
Are you saying Robin's interrupting a lot?
I'm surprised the bottom of Robin's sneakers are not on Howard's tongue. She steps on him so fucking much sometimes.
I
She
agree.
doesn't have track mark. I'm surprised she don't have track marks all over his fucking face from her Reeboks, because she sometimes just keeps interjecting. It's like, hey, you're going to fucking spew your garbage at 10 o'clock for 45 minutes. Get it all out then. Hold back a little bit.
You're calling the news garbage?
No,
That's
I'm
spewing?
just a figure of speech. You know, spew her stuff or whatever.
I feel like we're all like cannibalizing each other now. Like we're all like this.
Well, we're not.
But we're all like, he's yelling, Artie's talking too much. He's yelling, Robin's talking too much. I feel like come on, we used to be a family. What happened?
I'm trying to.
This is family, Gary.
Do you mean we're all eating each other?
It's a dysfunctional
Yeah,
family.
I know, but I feel like we're tearing each other down.
I know. Well,
But
listen,
even Artie agrees.
It is weird, Garrett. Lately, there's been negativity on the Howard Stern show.
I can't believe. No, I mean, Robin.
So wait, you said at 10 o'clock Robin should do her thing. So from 6 till 10, do you think she should just sit there?
No,
knowing that she's got the last hour.
No, but she should know her place. Like
she's like the number 9 hitter.
To me lately. I mean, if I love Robin, I'll give her constructive criticism right now.
I thought you said.
All right, you want me to tell the truth?
No. You didn't.
I love Robin. This is not a diss. This is not negativity.
Let's hear what he has to say. What do you have to say?
Hold on.
I admire Robin. I look up to Robin. I pinch myself every day that I'm working with a great person on the Howard Stern show.
You look up to Robin because she's taller than you.
But if I may give her some constructive criticism, like she would for me, somebody you care about.
Okay, what is your constructive criticism?
Slow down on chiming in. Slow it down, Robin. Slow it the fuck down. When there's a guest on and Howard's mid-sentence in a question and she chimes in and she just demolishes that question with something from left field, sometimes it makes my hands crunch into a fist. Just take it easy on chiming in so much. Think about what you want to say. Think if it's that important to interrupt Howard Stern when you say it, and then take the approach, whether you're going to do it or not. She has a tendency sometimes to get real. She's become a pig on the mic. The micro, like a hogging it up. Just take it easy. Don't be so piggish on the mic.
When did you start?
Slow it down.
When did you start feeling this way?
Jeez,
1982?
No. I would say, recently, about 7 months ago, somebody sent in an email, and Howard read it, that Robin is chiming in a lot. She's not chiming in. She's stepping on Howard a lot. And Howard read it, and I remember that week she really piped down a lot. And you know what? She was brilliant, and I loved her, and I still love her. But she's got to know her role. You can't have too much of everything. You're going to turn people off. Slow it down, Robin. Just slow it down a little. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart in a kind manner. Just take it easy.
So let me ask you a question. The 28 or 29 years of chemistry that Howard and Robin have together, you're saying that she's veering off from that?
I think she's really good at what she does, but I think she's becoming so confident that she's Robin Stern. You're Robin Quivers. You're the sidekick. You're the co-pilot. Wait for the pilot to make the move, and then listen to him and know your role. Know your place. You know what I mean?
Hi, this is Fred Norris of the Howard Stern Show. Guess what? On the wrap-up show for Wednesday, we had a very exciting talk about Jesse James, the outlaw bike builder. We spoke about what a great guy he was. We spoke about how he was willing to build Howard a custom-made chopper, which could run up to $100,000 in cost. We talked about, this is almost as long as the wrap-up show. Why don't you should watch it instead?
Our in-studio guest today was the one, the only Jesse James. And did you know a lot about Jesse James coming into this, Gary?
Knew nothing about him.
Really?
In fact, I mean, here's what I knew about him: that he used to be married to Janine, that he had something to do with motorcycles. I wasn't sure what. And that he's married to Sandra Bullock. But my first hint that he was more than just a guest came when our very own program director, Tim, came in and said that was his hero. He said that, he goes, "You're my hero." And I didn't understand exactly what he meant. And now, as everyone called in, I realized, like, if you're into motorcycles, he's the guy.
Well, it's not only that, Gary. That's when Tim encountered you. You didn't see Tim jumping and running down the hallway to get to see Jesse James. I mean, he was just, he had stars in his eyes.
Yeah, he said Tim told me he was nervous meeting Jesse James. And I was a bit of a dick. I felt really bad. He goes, "Jesse, I just got to tell you, you're my hero. You're unbelievable. I think the world of you." And I go, "That's so funny," because that's what he said to Arlen Specter last week. Because it's true. He likes Arlen Specter, too.
Now, does Jesse James come off as a badass at all?
No. I mean, I didn't know much about him, but he's got a really good vibe. He just seems like a good guy. He's like sort of, I read the notes on him, and I see he's been through some crazy shit, but, he doesn't look like he's going to kick your ass, except for all the tattoos going up and down both arms. But he seems like a sort of a gentle guy, and I don't know. I thought he came across as really nice.
And Tim wasn't the only one who was excited. Fred was happy about it, and I think Fred's going to drop by. But Robin was also very excited to meet Jesse James.
Is that the titties were out for him? Is that what the deal was?
That's the rumor that was going around. I don't know if there's any truth to that.
The truth is the titties were out. Whether for him or not, I don't know.
Right. That may not have been the reason. But had you seen him at all on Celebrity Apprentice?
No. In fact, I only heard a couple of clips. I heard one clip that JD had pulled for when Dennis Rodman was here, where Dennis Rodman went off on him. So, in fact, I thought I knew what he looked like, and I was completely wrong. I don't know why. I thought he was Ricky Rackman. You know what I mean? Like, that's the vision I had in my head. Jesse James, I don't know, all those West Coast guys that were married to porn stars. So I probably couldn't even pick him out of a lineup before today. But again, really nice guy.
I mean, he's a lot different on Celebrity Apprentice based on the way they put it together. And you got to hear, he spoke more here than he did in the entire season. And I thought he was pretty charming. Did you like him on the show today, Benji?
Yeah, I think he was very likable. It was funny. I like how pissed he got at Ralph, though. It was like he's such a nice, friendly guy, but like Ralph really got him. Like he looked like he was like ready to start punching someone.
Well, one, that's Ralph's expertise, as we all know, and two, you don't want to mess with this guy, and he talked about that a little bit. He doesn't want to put that out there because he's challenged a lot, because he's known to be a pretty tough customer.
Takes one swing at me, I'll have all that miscongeniality money.
And miscongeniality too.
Exactly.
Don't forget that. Now, before we get to Sandra, we got to talk about Janine. He didn't really talk a lot about their marriage, but you could tell it was a rough ride.
Yeah, he kept calling it his nuclear disaster, which is, you never want to have your relationship referred to that way. And I thought that the line really hit it on the head. Howard goes, "It must have been great. You're married to this porn star." And he goes, "Dude, everything isn't the way it looks when you see it," and that spoke volumes about it.
Yeah, if you missed it,
well, actually, I'm sorry. I don't know if you have the line.
Yeah, I have the line you're talking about. Here's I think this sums it up pretty much. Hit it, Ted.
Was it weird for you being married to a porn star for a while? Like, I mean, is it that like guys think that they can have their way with your wife, and
I think it she'd been retired for like 5 years,
right?
And so it wasn't really like on the tip of your tongue. It wasn't like she's a current huge star. It was like over in the past, and she was changing. But then, I think it's harder for her to be in that kind of spotlight.
Would you recommend that a guy marry a porn star, or do you think that they have too many problems that it's just too much of a thing to overcome?
Just buy the DVD.
Just buy the DVD. Yeah,
don't even go there.
Yeah.
Just buy the DVD.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's better to beat off.
That was a line.
Yeah, that pretty much sums that up. And were you surprised when you learned that he was married? Not today, but in the past, when he was married to Sandra Bullock? That kind of came out of nowhere, and that relationship seems to have stuck for a little while.
You mean surprised that they ever got? I mean, at the beginning, again, I'm as guilty as anybody. You don't know anything about people, and you just see them in the tabloids, and you see this guy that used to be married to Janine, who's some biker dude. You see him and Sandra Bullock together, and you go, oh, it must be Sandra Bullock's like, sort of fling, her wild fling. Certainly they can't really like each other, but I don't know anything about him, and it turns out that they really love each other.
Yeah, even he said she figured he'd be a bigot, he'd be this and that, right. And they ended up doing pretty well together. And Howard found out a lot about how they carve up their finances as well.
I think Howard probably got more out of him than he's probably done in any interview. And he even said at one point, he goes, when Howard asked about the sex, he goes, "Dude, I'm going to stop. I've already said enough."
Now, he also gave advice about how you have to listen to girlfriends and your wife. And, he's talked about going gardening, and that's the greatest idea I've ever heard.
Right, but he said it in such a sarcastic way, as if, you have to be, really not sincere and go, honey, gardening's great.
And he, let's go to...
They don't have kids together, though, right? He's got his own kid, but him and Sandra don't have kids together.
I don't think so.
Yeah, so that, it's easy to pretend to want to go gardening.
That's true. Paul in Philly, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Good, Paul. How are you?
Great. Listen, I just wanted to tell you, I thought Jesse was really good today. You could tell it's like two different guys. I watched a little bit of that Apprentice, and it's like very uncomfortable there. And in the studio, he just seemed like he was at home, with you guys.
Yeah, he said, I got to tell you, he told me in the green room, and he said it when he first walked in, too. He said he was extremely nervous about coming on. He'd done 60 Minutes on all these other shows, but to him, Howard was like a different level, and he was very nervous about coming on.
Yeah, it just seemed like, he really hit it off with you guys. He was really happy to be there,
Yeah, good guy.
Do you think people can appreciate a guy like Jesse James because of what he does? I think initially you hear, he makes bikes and, he's
so he just makes bikes. You know what I mean? Like, again, I don't know much about motorcycles, and this much, what I'm about to say, I learned from Fred. Fred will talk in a minute because he just showed up. But I didn't realize that to me a motorcycle is a motorcycle, and that there are guys who make motorcycles that's like a piece of art if you're into motorcycles.
It really is. I mean, it's one of the few things that you can buy. I mean, when he was talking, he said the most expensive motorcycle that he made was $300,000. When you think about a handcrafted, personalized motor vehicle for you, that's a bargain. I mean, if you can afford $300,000.
That was the other great part of the show this morning was when he offered Howard a bike, to make Howard a bike, and Howard said, first of all, listen, I could buy my own bike.
There are
Tim came to my office and started jumping up and down again and going, I can't believe he's not going to take the bike. Why won't he take the bike? He's got to take the bike.
Tim was very excited out there.
What he should do is he should get a Howard wig and go up to him and say, I was just kidding out there. I mean, I really want the bike. Now send it to Tim's address.
Now, Fred, you're an expert in this field. I
don't know about an expert, but
you're knowledgeable there.
Knowledgeable.
How good is Jesse James at what he does?
He's definitely one of the top 5 bike builders that there are around. I mean, somebody brought up Indian Larry today, rest in peace. He was one of the greats, too. And, there are guys that are like that. And I really think it's like the last frontier in terms of like customized cars and bikes and things like that. People don't customize cars that much anymore because I think they all look the same and they all look like jelly beans. But at least with a motorcycle, it's like the last frontier. It's kind of like being a cowboy.
Now, that Orange County Choppers, are those guys just an interesting show, or are they really good motorcycle makers?
You know what? The jury's out on them. The real aficionados of bike building, they poo-poo them. And I'm one of the few people that doesn't, because I think anybody that brings bikes into the collective consciousness of the United States and makes them more acceptable and makes them appealing to the masses, that was one of the things that Jesse was talking about this morning. When you're riding in traffic, people have no respect for motorcyclists. I mean, they barely have enough respect for other cars.
Well, I think
when you're on a motorcycle, you're very vulnerable.
I don't know why this pisses me off. I'm always very respectful. Like a motorcycle guy, if he's in front of me, I like to be very far behind because I always think if he falls, I don't want to run him over.
Right.
The thing that always pisses me off about a motorcycle guy is when he goes between cars.
I agree with that. And I think in New York State, I mean, there's certain places in the country where I think that's legal. I don't think in New York State that is legal, and I agree. I think it's a dangerous practice, and I think people should not do that because it freaks people out. Well,
also, a motorcycle guy, like on the highway, they always show up in your blind spot when they do that.
Well, that again, it's like that comes down to bad motorcycle riding. I mean, I used to ride a lot when I was like 14, 15, 16 years old. I rode a motorcycle before I ever drove a car, and I got a motorcycle again about maybe 10 years ago. I hadn't ridden in years. Maintained my license, hadn't ridden in years, and I, when I decided I was going to go back, I signed up for a motorcycle safety course, took a series of lessons, read a lot of books, and that's one of the reasons I feel fairly confident when I'm riding on the road, because they'll teach you where not to ride in the blind spot, what not to do, the stupid things that you can do to get yourselves in the trauma unit.
All this talk about safety, so that brings me to a question. You've known Howard longer than me. Mm-hmm. Is in your time with the show, was there ever any chance that Howard's getting on a motorcycle?
Not unless Bianca and Beth were like being held for ransom or something. There's no way that he would do it.
On Thursday's wrap-up show, Sal came by, and I don't know how it came up, but we got started talking about Robin again. And Sal at first was trying to explain himself, but then he broke down a little bit, and it led to a lot of good conversation, a lot of controversy, and Robin eventually coming in here to confront him on what's going on in Sal's mind. And I've been trying to figure that out for 3.5 years. But it was a good show, and watch for yourself. Why are you so glum?
I'm not glum. Just
You
waiting
see-
for my beating.
You seem
Not a
glum.
I'm on standby.
Why do you say that every time? I'm waiting for my beating.
Because whenever I express myself on this godforsaken shithole, I get ripped apart the next day.
No,
So
no.
what's the, no, I do. And you know what? I'm going to. Maybe this is a
Well,
good
what are
thing.
we talking about here?
I'm
Are we
gonna
talking about
censor
are we talking about the game, or are we talking about how
Whatever
you
we're
verbally
doing-
attacked
Yeah,
Robin?
which godforsaken shithole
listen,
are you referring to?
Okay, I know I attacked Robin. I didn't view it as an attack. I knew I attacked Robin. I didn't view it as an attack. It came off as an attack.
Well, how would you
And
view it? In other words,
as giving, without being,
if I-
You just said, I know I
without
attacked.
being redundant, it was constructive criticism that she took personally. And I know a lot of people feel that way, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I offended Robin. That wasn't my intent. But, if somebody else gave criticism, it wouldn't be as bad. I always have to be the guy that stepped on in
See,
the
that's
end.
not true.
That's wrong.
That's just not true.
No, it is. It's true.
It is. Don't
Because
pay- don't
I'm
pay-
the only one. I'm the only one who gave Robin good advice, as far as I'm concerned.
No, you're the only one that gave her
and I'm-
that advice, and you think it's good advice, and that's you could think that. But
I
you
can.
don't. You don't.
You're not better than me, Gary, to tell me.
I'm
whether
not saying I'm better than you. I'm saying you don't have the ability to recognize that you took a solid 10 minutes on the wrap-up show to talk about how Robin is literally single-handedly fucking up the show, and it's your opinion that she's fucking up the show, and we don't say a word, and we let you say whatever you want, and you don't have the ability to think that she might be offended by that.
Well, you interpret it as me saying she fucked up the show. I said I would prefer if she just slowed down a little bit. And that's what I really said.
Slow down. Know your place. Slow the fuck down.
And that's it. And then it just turns to this whole... So, you know what? I'm not going to express my opinions anymore on you guys. Because when I do, everybody gets into a tizzy. Everybody gets all upset. It's not worth it.
Actually, you probably get called on the carpet about 1 out of every 10 times you express your opinion, because you express your opinion a lot. But but seriously, when you were talking, did it not hit you in the head that Robin might not appreciate that?
I lost a little
Were you surprised when Robin grabbed you in the hallway?
I lost a little sleep the night before.
Did she just?
It started hitting me like, oh boy, I wonder how she's going to interpret this. I hope I didn't. I felt bad about it. I thought it was.
But why would you feel bad? It's just
I
an
was
opinion.
a little harsh,
but it's an
because-
opinion.
but
It wasn't
this-
an attack.
It was tough love.
Right, like when you said that Howard's tongue had Robin's feet mark on it, like was that?
It's got a Reebok mark.
Well,
Right,
that-
Reebok mark. Yeah, was that-
sometimes you have to paint the picture to get your point across, and I felt at that moment that was the case. And I have no ill will towards Robin. She told me to fuck off. God bless her. Whatever
Sal,
she wants.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but what happened? She just grabbed you in the kitchen and said, fuck off?
She was in the kitchen.
Or did
I'm
you say something to her first? Like, did you say, hey, I love you? Or
No, I
how's it
didn't say, hey, I
going?
love you.
Hey, Robin, listen, about
She
that
said,
you suck thing.
I said something like, hello, Robin. She's like, should I say hello back, or would I be talking too much? And
and you go, really? What do you mean?
And I said, really? What do you mean? I really did. And
Just in
she's
case.
like, and she goes, Sal. I'm like, Robin, as soon as I said that, and I did, and I said it on the show too. She goes, love you, schmuv. You don't start with that bullshit. Just because you have, and she really laced into me. She's like, just because you have problems at home and and you have the ability to stand up to your wife and you have issues with women, you think you could take it out on me. I'm like, no, it's not. That's not the case at all. I go, Robin, that's not the case. I go, I just want to let you know that in certain circumstances, I think you chime. And she's like, fuck off. And she turned around with her cup of celery juice that's going to go up her ass in the next 5 minutes. And I said, Robin, I go, let me. She goes, take another step. I'm throwing this in your face. And I'm like, whoa, and that was it. And
you know what the greatest part is?
I feel, the thing is, I really feel bad. I don't like to have tension between people, especially your coworkers and your friends. I feel bad about it, but it bothers me. Like, I don't know, like I expressed how I felt, but it's not worth it.
I don't think you expressed it in a way that somebody would like. You thought it was constructive, but it really did come across as a bit of an attack. And my favorite part, by the way, is how you made a point of telling us that day, I'm not going to be one of those fucking assholes that says, I love you, Robin, but. And all you've ever said, starting every sentence, including when you saw her in there, was, I love you.
Yeah, that's true. But I said that I'm not going to be an asshole that says, I love you, but, because I really do love her. Like, I'm not going to be a liar. That's what I meant. Like after, on the show every day.
I'll take 500 shares of Wogistics, please.
You need a decipher from like the Da Vinci Code to figure out what Sal means when he says shit.
When you get caught in a conversation with Sal, I do understand why he was so successful at selling stock, because he really tells you. Like sometimes I would walk out of there confused.
Well, that's because he says 3 different opinions that often contradict each other in one statement.
I said what I meant.
What?
And
Robin walks all over Howard?
That I care about Robin, but I felt lately she's been chiming in too much, and I meant that. I expressed it in maybe in a harsh way that she took offense to it, and I'm sorry that she took offense.
Can I just say,
I don't like the tension. I do like Robin, and I think she's great at what she
assuming your
does.
criticism comes from a sincere place, did it ever occur to you that maybe a 25-year broadcasting veteran didn't want to hear the opinion of a stockbroker?
More like a
35-year listener.
More like a 30-year veteran. Robin's been on there for like 30 years.
A wise man learns from a fool. A fool learns from no one. What? It's exactly what I said. If you guys can't interpret that,
a wise man learns from a fool, and a fool learns from no one.
So that means there's always something you can learn, whether God.
No, what it means is a fool has the inability to learn nothing, but a wise man should listen to the fool.
Yeah, you can learn from a fool's mistakes. You can learn from a fool and a fool's actions. But there's always advice to be given.
So who are you in the scenario? Who are you?
Unfortunately, I'm the fool because Robin has the experience. So I'm putting Robin on the pedestal here. But she can learn. So you can always learn something.
But I'm just saying it was unsolicited.
Hey,
like if she had come to you as a friend
Richard Roper
and said,
have the right to tell somebody how to direct a film? No, but he could critique it. Yet he has no experience in that field.
But
I have experience.
You're not
at least a little bit, not as much as Robin.
Technically, you're not here to critique.
I'm
Richard's
not.
hired to critique. That's
and that
a big
goes
difference.
back to my first statement. I'm done giving my opinion and critiquing.
Oh, put the $1,000 on the table right now. There's no way you're done.
As much as it pains me, I'm done.
You're not done.
Honesty is dead.
And you're the fool, and you've learned nothing based on your analogy?
No, a wise man learns from a fool. A fool learns from no one.
So who have you learned from?
I've learned to keep my mouth shut. I've learned from this fool myself, I guess.
Jack in Long Island, you're on the wrap-up show.
Yeah,
I think that's an Aesop fable or something. Look it up. It's on Google.
Yeah, hi. I'd like to talk to Sal about what's going on with him.
Oh, this is Ronnie Mund.
Who?
I could tell. I could smell the Metamucil coming off your skin.
Yeah, well, hey, dude.
Yeah, I can smell.
You know what,
it.
dude? You do this every time.
Take that diaper you have around your ass and wrap it around your mouth.
You do this every time. You cause trouble for yourself.
I do.
And then you cry like a baby.
I'm not crying one bit. I'm just learning my lesson.
Now you did it with Robin. Then
I didn't do anything with Robin.
Like a little baby.
Ronnie, I'm not being a baby
Jack,
here. I'm learning, Ronnie, that I shouldn't
baby,
express myself because you get in trouble.
Baby, man, you don't quit.
Baby, just the opposite of a very, very old person.
Go lock yourself in your
Jack?
room, like I told you a long time ago. Go lock yourself in a room there.
Ronnie, I'm sorry, Ronnie, that you have to ride my coattails for attention, but your point is just worthless. It's just stupid.
My point is so right.
No, it's not right. I expressed myself about Robin. Robin got upset. I'm upset that she's upset. It's not worth it.
Who are you to express yourself about Robin?
And who are you to tell me what I should and should not do?
Because you're hired here to be a writer.
And you're hired to be a Howard's driver, so shut the fuck up and drive.
I do.
What are you doing calling in on a show?
I'm waiting for him. I'm busy.
All right, so wait.
Whoa, settle down, everybody. Now,
Jesus Christ, this guy.
Hold on, Sal,
asshole.
wait a second.
You're a stupid asshole.
Now, Jack, doesn't Sal have the right to express his opinion?
No, why should he? Who is he?
I mean,
Nobody.
if he's asked a question, he's simply answering it.
Nobody asked him to make it give opinion on Robin, whether she should talk more or talk less. Who is he? He's nobody.
Robin's here.
Hold off on the break. Robin's here.
Rob, can you come right here, Robin? So
I'm in the hall, and people just keep telling me stuff about Sal saying various things. Why is this still going on?
Well,
didn't you have your say? I
said
heard
I felt bad.
No, he's not. He hasn't been degrading you. What he's saying
No, but he
doesn't.
said he was delivering a communication. I got it.
He doesn't. We were asking him how he could go off for 20 minutes and give his opinion. I put in quotation marks, and I said, "Did you not think that it might come back to bite you?" And he goes, "No, not really."
When somebody said Sal didn't understand, I said he could stop there. He doesn't have to put anything after that sentence. Sal doesn't understand anything.
That's true.
Just say that. I don't understand.
I don't understand.
I would egg you on, Robin, but right before you walked in, Sal's like pretty much on suicide watch right now.
No, I'm not.
Ronnie told me that Sal said he's losing sleep. I said, you shouldn't tell me that.
Yeah, because we feel bad.
So, Robin, did you take Sal's advice to heart?
Oh, shut up, John.
Do you really think I would take
Never.
Sal's advice for anything?
No. But clearly, I mean, you yelled at him in the kitchen, so something must have bugged you one way or the other.
Sal isn't attacking me. Sal is attacking all women when he talks to me.
That's what she said in the
and
email?
that's what I don't mind an attack on me. Like I said, when he said Artie did something wrong, it was Artie did something wrong. When he says, something to me, it's like, know your place. Well, where would my place be?
This week in Arizona.
Howard's at the window. He sees Robin talking to Sal, and he's got this quizzical look on his face like, should I go in there? And then he just left.
He's like, so what would your advice to Sal be?
I don't have any advice for Sal, because if I try to give Sal advice, because quite frankly, when I was talking to him on the air, I was trying to explain to him what a Google search is, which I don't think he understands. And I got, know your place. Shut up. Stop piping up over there. So I can't give Sal advice.
Robin brings up a good point. Like when you fight with Artie, why don't you tell Artie to know his place?
Because Artie threw a CD at my eyeball.
Are you still angry at him, Robin?
I'm not angry at all. I didn't even know this was going on. And people are telling me. I said, but the worst thing to tell me is that I made you lose sleep, because I'll keep you up the rest of your life.
Listening to a couple of things that we might get to today. Tracey, the Tracey show, going at it with Scott the engineer.
Really? What was that all about? What were they into it for?
It's a little, I don't know. Tracey's on fire. And
I heard her promo, and she said she had a list of everybody who she has a problem with.
Yeah, well, she has a problem with Scott, I guess.
Oh, boy.
I'm happy with Scott.
Compared to Tracey.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, anyway.
That should be interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. Scott was actually very civil, handled himself well, because Tracey was really going at him, and Scott was just kind of like laughing it off a little bit.
Good for him.
Yeah, I was actually inspired that he was able under fire to just sort of calmly sit there and go.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever seen that side of him before.
No. I guess he was being a gentleman. You know what I mean? He was arguing with a woman. So.
Right, and he restrained himself.
Yeah. So that's a smart move. Wish I could do that.
I know, because no, maybe you don't. I was trying to think of a time.
Mike, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hey now. Hey, I'm so bamboozled over all that shit too. It blows my mind. But I wanted to ask, what's going on with Ronnie and JD? I think Ronnie's a little jealous of JD that he's talented. He has a show now.
Yeah, JD's on the show with Tracey last night.
Yeah, how's that working out? Are they a good team?
Yeah, they're a great team.
Yeah, they work well together. And Tracey was on there yelling about Scott. Scott called in. He was upset. But he managed to keep calm, and as Tracey was just blasting him all over the place.
Wow.
You want to hear some of that?
Yes, I would love to.
All right. And then I will ask Scott how he remained so calm. All right, here's Tracey trashing Scott last night on the Tracey show. I don't know what Tracey calls her show. Happy Hour.
Happy Hour,
right.
Yes.
A play on the fact that Tracey's very rarely sounding happy. She's more pissed off than anybody.
Find someone you haven't damaged.
Oh, God, there's so many. I mean, we could definitely go on to Scott the Engineer. I mean,
let's. Why don't we?
I'm not going to lie about that one. For the life of me, Scott the Engineer, he's a really nice guy. Outside of the office, I like his wife. She's really nice outside the office. But I have never seen anyone in my life with such a low tolerance for work, with such a pawn-it-off attitude, and with such a sense of laziness. Like, literally, if Scott requests a CD for me and I have to order it from Howard's office, it'll come in. 5 months later, they'll come to me and say, hey, we haven't seen this CD. I will go back because I keep every email back and forth no matter what it is. And I will find the email of Scott requesting this CD. And I will go into Scott's studio and I will say, Scott, do you have this CD? You requested this CD for me. And Scott will say, no, I don't have it. Or 10 minutes will go by. He'd be like, I looked, I don't have it. And I will wait for Scott to fucking leave and go home. And then I will go into Scott's studio and I'll find the CD each and every time. He doesn't even think of looking because he's too busy working on his son's goddamn CD or playing on the phone when the show ends. Because we all know he's not playing with the mics or equalizing anything because that would be just way too much of a fucking stretch. And the way that he talks to Tim, even though I just called Tim out for shitting, is, I mean, the fact that he broke his phone from slamming it down so hard, to me, if I was his boss and he ever talked to me that way, he would be out of here so fast, he wouldn't even have time to put his coat on. I'm sorry. I don't understand it. I don't get it. There's just so many people here that work so hard to let that shit fly on a daily basis. I don't understand.
Wow.
But again, let's finish that up. I like Scott and I like his wife. But I don't respect his work ethic. I'm sorry, I don't. Do some work. Like, we're working on this project where we're digitizing everything. Everyone else does it for themselves. Scott's the only one who just makes his intern do it for him. That's it. I don't have to do it. We're just going to give it to my intern. But John Hine, who hosts a show and puts together specials all over this channel, he's got to stop everything he's doing to work on this project. Look at fucking John Hunterlock, which is another story, but I'm not going to go. He, too, spends his weekends here putting this stuff into the system, but not Scott. Scott can't be bothered. Scott can't deal with it because I know when the show ends, until he leaves, he's so busy doing nothing that he can't be bothered with actually helping out on this project. Do we want to take a call? On that note, I think I'm pretty much done with that. I don't really...
Yeah. Good Lord.
What else am I going to say?
I have no idea what you could say.
Yeah, I think I covered that. Oh, do we want to talk about the fact that Scott uses my corporate card without my permission and then thinks it's okay and says, well, it's a corporate card. It's not your problem. No, it's not a corporate card. Yes, it's given to me by the company, but it's attached to my Social Security. It's attached to my credit report, my name, my address. It's the same thing as you using my MasterCard. Don't fucking use my credit card without my permission. What the fuck are you thinking? And then not even tell me until like a week later. That is way inappropriate, and quite frankly, it's a federal offense. So keep the fuck up. We're going to nip that shit. Next call, please. I need to move on.
That kid's a natural.
Sure? Yeah.
Okay? Tracy's a natural.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Drink of water.
Yeah.
I'm pissed, but I'm okay. Next call, please.
Okay. Eddie the produce guy.
JD.
You are on the air.
Okay. I've got it all out. I've got it all out.
JD, just along for the ride on that Tracey happy hour.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. She went off.
She was the funniest line is he is going to, by the time this show ends, he won't have gotten anything done because he's been so busy doing nothing.
I guess, and Scott was livid, but he was not going to call in.
Really, he tried to keep his hands off the phone.
Yeah, but he had to call in. He was like, "You got to be kidding me!" He had to defend
himself.
Yeah,
and we'll go right to the calls. Scott in New Jersey, you are on the air.
Good evening, everybody. How are you doing?
Oh, just fine, Scott. How are you?
Good. What's new? I love the way you talk about people.
Really? Because what did I say that I didn't call you out on in the office? Did we not get into a 20-minute fight about my credit card?
The credit card, I was unaware. You gave it to me once before to use. I apologize for using it.
Gary actually said to me that they needed to buy something off iTunes.
Uh-huh.
And Scott... he thought he had permission to use this, so he didn't call Tracey. But according to Tracey, Scott should have checked with her anyway every time he uses it because it turns out the card was expired.
Oh, dear.
Right. But Scott had no way of knowing that because he didn't call Tracey.
Yes.
But you can see how these things blow up.
No, you didn't. You never can apologize, Scott. You never. You said, what do you care? It's a corporate card. It's not, it doesn't go to you. And I told you, no, it does go to me. It's against my social security number. It's against my credit report. And you just chose to give me attitude. I had and the worst part is you used a fucking credit card that I had canceled. So not only did I have to deal with the fact that you were using my card without my knowledge, but then I had to go back and deal with iTunes 15 times to try and fix the mistake that you had made because you didn't just ask me. You didn't take 5 seconds to ask me before you just took my shit without my permission.
You fucked up, Scott.
You fucked up, Scott. You fucked up.
You talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you, and you not once did you ever apologize.
All right,
so I
I
actually
apologize.
resent that you say that. Now you apologize? That's fine. Then I accept your apology. Don't do it again, especially because that card is not good anymore.
Wow. She's a firecracker, huh? She's a natural.
Yes. Just press play.
Boom. You get some interesting radio there. You know, I admire anyone who can get on the radio, and it's a vacuum, really. It's just a dead space.
That's right. It's like the empty page that a writer looks at.
If you can come up with something compelling, fine.
She's got a happy hour.
Happy hour. She should actually do it from a bar now that I'm thinking.
That would be great.
Where they could have a few pops. And,
yeah. Oh, boy.
And maybe talk to some of the people at the bar. And, you know, set up a little bar. Something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Tracy's place.
Definitely wasn't a happy hour for Scott, though. I mean, I don't see how he'd be happy.
Well, was that his only rebuttal?
No. They got it. They went in at it for a long time.
Okay.
Do you think you work hard for your money?
I work hard. I get there at 3:30 in the morning. I'm responsible for a lot of things that go on.
What, fucking up their microphones that Howard's bitches about you fucking up on a daily basis? Is that what it is?
No, he doesn't bitch about.
Then what does Evan Mandelbaum, our engineer, do while you're fixing the microphones?
We both, me and Evan, both work on the show. We both are responsible for things. I do production. I make sure the studio is in working order every morning.
No, your intern does that. He's the one who goes in, makes sure everything is together, and he does it with Evan.
He doesn't do any of that.
Okay, Scott, when you had your hernia surgery 2 years ago, and you recommended an ex-intern to fill in for you, what do you think that said about you? Do you not know that was a big topic? The fact that you personally recommended an intern to do your job.
To get by with certain things, not to do everything.
Oh, Scott, but how do you think that made you look? At the end of the day, people aren't looking at the big picture. They're saying, you know, you're saying, I want her to do this or I want her to do that. But everyone's saying, Scott just recommended a fucking intern to do his job and thinks she can do it. So, but how do you think that made you look?
Hold on. That I'm not going to get into, so that we can forget about that.
Sure.
Okay? Yeah, I think I work hard. The hardest worker? I don't know. You know, it's possible. I think JD's probably the hardest worker.
Gee whiz. Poor Scott. You don't want to cross paths with Tracey.
No, I don't think he has a defense.
I think he was being a gentleman.
One thing he's not going to get into at all. I don't know what that was all
I think
about.
he was just like, this is ridiculous.
Well, she makes a point. You're supposed to be.
Well, maybe he was thinking, you know, they need someone to do some menial tasks while I'm gone that I perform and that this person's able to do. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. We both don't know.
I don't know. I don't even know what's going on. I don't even know. I didn't even know that Tracey and Scott go at it.
But this is, that's an interesting argument. You could be replaced by an intern.
Right. Tracey makes some points there. I don't know. I don't know who's right in this.
I have no idea what Scott was thinking.
Vic, go ahead.
Howard, what's up, yo?
Hey, yo.
Chilling. Robin, what's going on?
No, please, get to the point.
All right, Tracey is that accent cuts through me like steel. I can't stand her, but she makes a good point about it. I have to give it up about it.
Mike, you're on the air. Go ahead. Yes, Mike.
How you doing?
Hey.
Tracey is radio gold, Howard.
See?
This chick, she's hysterical. She talks like she's on the radio for years, and she lays right into him. It's amazing.
She does have that ability.
Yeah. And here she was when you first offered her the job. She was like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to be on the
I could see
She's
why.
a natural.
She might get lynched.
It's just the way she speaks. Like she speaks, quite frankly, like she just speaks like she's been doing it for like 20 years.
Yeah, she's very natural.
She's very natural on the
She's
air.
ready to go. Keep her on, Howard. Good
All
job.
right, very good.
Kick it ass.
Thanks,
Keep doing
Mike.
it.
All right, later. Yeah, they went at it for a while. You want more?
Sure.
Okay.
Just stuff that I'm not a secretary.
I'm not a secretary either. I have other shit to do.
I'm not a secretary. I'm an audio engineer.
Yeah, you're an audio engineer who can take 5 minutes to put the information out of the shit you record into a database. I'm not asking you to cure cancer, Scott. It's something that you're already involved in. Why is it such a horrible thing to have you take an extra 5 minutes out of your day to do this shit? Get off the freaking phone or whatever you're doing. It's not going to kill you. Be a team player, Scott. It's not going to kill you. We're talking about 1 year's worth of CDs. So what is it? Maybe 40 CDs? So what is it? What's 4 times 5? 200 minutes? 200 minutes of your life you can't spend helping out the freaking team. Is that like a horrible thing to ask of you? You're earning 6 figures. Earn it.
You know what I'm.
Earn it.
Who said I'm earning?
Oh, Scott, come on.
You know what I make.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it 7 figures? Because you bitch too much for it to be more than that, but you don't bitch enough for it to be less than that. Okay?
Well, you have no idea of what I make. And
Really? Because I remember when we first got there and you bitched about, I went for this, I didn't go for that. Now I'm pissed. Scott, all you do is bitch about it. All you do. And if you think I'm the only one that's going to say it.
What did you hear me bitch about?
Do you not remember when we first got there, we had the entire conversation about how you felt that you didn't get a fair deal and you had prompted for this, but you didn't prompt for that, and now you were pissed off and you felt like you were getting a raw deal.
Well,
Do you not remember that?
Some things. Yeah. Are you happy about everything that you get? You want more money? Would you like more money for what you do?
Absolutely. And
Okay.
I state my claim. But Scott, I also, you may come in earlier than me.
We bitch about between us and the office, between people.
I didn't want to bring this up. You're the one who touched on this. You're the one who touched on this.
I didn't bring up bitching about the salary and bitching about things like that. You started with me like saying I'm lazy and I don't work for my money.
Boy, they're good. Those two are good together.
Maybe they should be doing a show together.
Maybe they should be married.
Scott's funny, though, because he doesn't realize he complains to everybody about everything.
I know, and then he's shocked when people bring it up.
So when do I complain?
How about all the time?
When are you not?
Ronnie says Scott complains every minute.
Yeah.
But he's not aware that he complains.
Not at all. And then he says to Tracey, when have I ever complained? Right away, she's got an example.
Yeah, right. And he goes, foiled again. I have one last clip if you want to hear it.
Okay.
All right.
To the fact of the matter that I will come into you and say, do you have this CD? And I have to wait for you to leave so I can find it. Because you won't take the 5 minutes. Scott, are you freaking kidding me? More than once we have had this conversation. I have found at least 10 CDs in your office that you couldn't take the time to freaking look for. Don't tell me that that's not true. You just don't know because I wait for you to leave and then I find it. You can't be bothered. So I have to be bothered. I have to stop what I'm doing to just look for CDs in your fucking clutter of a mess of a studio. Clean that shit out. You don't even know what you have in there. Half the shit that I'm getting hounded on by Laura and Eric on a daily basis, I know is in that fucking office. But every time I touch a shelf, it falls all over me.
You tell me. You give me a list of things that you want, that you need from me, that you think I
want you to clean it. There's outside of the DATs, there's nothing in there that you need to have. There's nothing that belongs to you. Everything in there belongs to Howard Stern and belongs in Howard's office. And if you got a problem with it, bring it up with Howard's office. That's the way it is. And if you don't know what should be yours and what shouldn't, have your intern take an inventory of everything in there.
There are a bunch of DATs in there that I need.
Then why can't you have your intern make an inventory of what's in there and let them decide what they need and what they don't? Why can't you do that?
I just said there are a bunch of DATs. I know exactly what's in there. And if you want to ask me for something...
You know what's in there. You know barcodes and fucking years and dates and everything that's in there. You're going to tell me.
I know what DATs are in there, yeah.
Okay, well, that's great. And above and beyond the DATs, when I'm looking for XRK calls and I'm looking for Stuttering John interviews, you know what's in there and what's not? Because that's the shit I find when you're too lazy to look for it yourself.
Show me an email from the last year. Show me an email. from the last year.
I don't even waste my time emailing you, Scott, anymore. I don't.
You can't
because
do
it's-
it. You cannot.
Are you fucking kidding me? I can absolutely do it. I promise you. I just don't waste my time on going through you anymore because it's just that, a waste of my time.
That you can't back.
No. Oh, sweetheart,
all
I
right.
promise you I can back it.
Okay, we
I
have
promise
5
you I can
seconds.
back it.
Have fun, everyone.
We'll discuss it tomorrow.
Goodbye.
Come see
Love
me.
you.
Come see me. Bye.
Wow.
Did you get what you wanted?
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
That's some show. I guess if you drive it in your car, that's got to be worth a subscription.
Absolutely.
Sure. I want to know how Scott remains so calm. With me, he starts yelling immediately.
Oh, my goodness.
Hey, Scott, how'd you remain so calm?
You blew the whistle once.
Wow.
If it wasn't a push-up, you would have blown it more. That's all I gotta say.
Wait, he said.
Hey, I'm leaving. I know it. You better pay off.
How come I get yelled at? And Tracey.
Who was that guy just yelling?
Yeah, I mean, how did you remain so calm during that?
Good morning.
Good job.
Thank you. I just don't.
Were you home smoking weed or something?
I refuse to go to a place that's gonna get me crazy and go to rantings of a mad person.
Yeah, a lot of the guys said they're afraid to argue with Tracey because they're afraid that she'll do that to them.
I'm not afraid, but when somebody starts throwing out crap and lies, I'm just not going to go there. It's not worth it.
I see.
I'm getting too old for this, so I'm just.
You're too old for all of it.
You're just tired.
You're tired.
I'm tired of it. I just want to. Can't we just
You're
all get
tired
along?
to yell.
I mean, I work with people. I'm trying to get along.
Tracy
so
says
I
she's
do bitch and moan. So does everybody else. I mean,
Not everybody else, Scott.
Come on, everybody has things that they bitch and moan about. Maybe
Tracy
I do it a
says
little
you're,
more, but I know I do it a lot less than I used to do it. I'm trying to
Try to be
watch
more
that.
positive?
I'm trying. Yeah, I'm
Right.
trying to be more positive in my life.
Tracy says you're not positive enough.
Apparently, she has a big problem.
And what about this whole CD thing? Return the CDs to her.
I do. I
You
don't
do.
have any CDs in there.
You
I
don't.
told her to come in and look. And as far as her coming in and going through my shit, I don't think you'd like that either. So if
Yeah,
she-
but Tracy makes a point. It's all my
It's,
shit.
it's not your shit.
No, I understand
Like
that.
if she
but
went to your house and went through shit, that'd be
It
wrong.
was like I went on her desk and started going through her desk.
I see.
It's just your space. I mean,
I
it's
see.
your workspace. I mean, you don't want anybody going through your workspace.
Yeah, but
That's
if
not
she
right.
asks you for something and you won't give it to her.
Listen, if she asks me for something and I look and I can't, I don't, I know everything that's in my studio right now.
Listen.
So
Because she took all the other stuff
she
out.
took everything out. So I don't have anything to worry about. I know
Well, she does like you personally and your wife.
And you're great off the air.
I'm happy
out of
about
the,
that.
Out of the office.
That's very nice.
I've seen a lot of guys come out much worse than Tracy's like. She at least likes you. I think Benji, she's still not talking to you, right?
No, well, no. I mean, yeah, she does. She's very bitchy to me.
Right.
Really, without talking.
Yeah, and I heard that like you would complain to her that you want her to be nice to you.
No,
and
when did I complain to her?
I thought on the wrap-up show I heard you say
Oh,
something
maybe on the air. Like
Yeah.
I said, yeah, she treats me like crap.
And
yeah.
she said, "There's no way I'm going to treat you nicely."
I mean,
I think she treats a lot of people like crap.
Right.
I'm just not going to go to that level. I'm fine. If she wants to bitch and moan, talk about bitch and moaning. I mean, she thinks I complain. I really. I mean, how can
Well, she seems to complain
How
about
can
you.
I get mad at that? I
Right.
mean, really, it's just
Well,
totally
you were very
ridiculous.
calm. I was very impressed, actually.
Thank you. I mean, I'm
All right.
just it's my new me. I'm just trying to be positive. I don't.
Are you a Buddhist or something? I mean, what happened?
Yeah,
I'm a
maybe he's
Buddhist.
a,
I'm like Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
This guy's like self-realized.
Tiger Woods teacher.
All right.
No, you know what? It's just not worth it.
Right.
I know what I do here. I know what I've done. I do work hard. Yeah, okay. I bitch and moan. I'm trying to get better at that too.
All right. Are you in
takes time.
therapy? Is that what's going on? I mean, this is a new you.
I'm in self-therapy.
Is that right?
Yeah, yeah. I
Would
mean,
you read a book? What book is this? That's telling you to
Are you
do all
reading a
this?
book? Is it
Dr.
Robin?
Sigmund Doe.
actually, it's the audio book. No.
All right.
No, I'm not reading anything. I'm just deciding within myself that it's not good for me to get.
Did a doctor tell you that you needed to de-stress or something?
Nobody told me. No, myself. I told myself. It's
Look at this
stress.
guy. He's like Buddha.
Yeah, maybe he's going to start a movement.
Do
at
I
some
get
point.
stressed out and pissed off at times? Of course.
Right.
I mean, everybody does. And I try to hold it back. And I was very respectful on the phone. And believe me, I was holding a lot back on the phone
Right,
call
you
last
could have
night.
really made personal
I could
attack,
have went
you could've
crazy
yelled
like
out.
you just
I
heard
had
on
my
that tape.
fist clenched, buddy.
But I believe that it's if she wants to rant and rave, fine. That's her space and that's her place.
All right. Do you
I'm
think
not
any
doing
of it was justified? Do you think any of it was true?
You know what? There's downtime for everybody. I mean, does she work 8 hours straight a day and sit around and not be on the phone? And I'm not going there.
All right.
Sure there's a lot. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that if you look into everybody's space and you watch them 8 hours a day, can you find that you could complain about that person?
Right.
Sure. I'm sure that you could find anything about anybody.
I don't think with JD you'd find anything wrong.
JD works very hard.
All right, there you go.
Except when he's eating McDonald's.
Right.
I mean, he even eats his McDonald's while he's working.
Right, he does. He eats and
at
works.
his desk.
All
He
right,
does.
Scott, I feel very proud of you that you kind of didn't get sucked into
He
this.
has a new philosophy.
I do. I really do. I mean, whether I could, get through it all the time, it's not easy. And there are times when I do explode, and I will explode.
All right. Seems to be mostly at me. All right.
So,
Thank
no,
you.
no.
All right. Thank you,
I'm very grateful to you. You know that.
Yes,
and
thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right. We've had enough of you. Thank you very
I've
much.
been too
All right.
nice.
All right. You did well.
Thanks.
All right. For once, he came through.
Thank you.
I'm amazed at this new philosophy. This is incredible.
Yeah, because who would think he self-realized?
Yeah, really.
All right,
Just like your green drink, this is my brain drink. I mean, I
all
can
right,
do whatever.
thank you. For some reason now, I'm having trouble cutting you off.
All right, he won't leave.
He won't leave. I say thank you, and you won't leave.
Get the fuck out.
All right, he's happy that he did well. That's all.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, very good, Scott. Got to say, for once you came out like a mensch. Tracey was really laying it on him.
And he was reasonable and composed.
Yeah. She couldn't crack him.
Scott.
Yes.
So this is a new you?
It's the half a new me, I guess. Whatever. It's just a way to, express myself in a different manner.
Now, how do you think work's going to be now?
It's not going to be any different. I mean, she's always been the same person, so it's going to be the way it's been. I mean, do my job the way Howard wants and the way I need to, and that's it. Whatever
Any
happens.
chances that this is going to get ugly? Since
I'm not going to get ugly.
Face
I mean,
to face?
somebody else may get ugly. I have nothing to get ugly about. I'll do my job the way I do my job, and if Howard doesn't like it or Gary doesn't like it, they'll come to me and tell me that I'm not doing the job the way it should be done. So I'll continue doing what I do. There's nothing that I'm worried about.
What do you think of her opinion?
I don't think of her opinion. It's
You don't care?
No, I don't care. She has an opinion. That's fine. If she doesn't like me, that's also fine. I don't believe any of it's true, but that's her opinion. Whatever. I mean, it's. Chris, that's my opinion of you. But you give a shit? No, you don't give a shit. So, same thing.
This really is a new Scott.
Except for John Hine and his wrap-up clips, goddammit. No, I mean, it's just like, I'm getting much older. It's bad to be stressed out at this point in my life. There's no reason to it. I want to enjoy the rest of my life, however days I have left.
God.
But does it take a lot out of you to not get angry?
It takes a lot of self-control, but you know what? It's better than getting angry, because once I get angry, then I'm like crazy.
That's worse than
yeah, I mean, after I got done with her on the air last night, I was angry. I didn't show my anger on the air. I tried to control myself, but I was very angry, and I couldn't sleep last night. I mean, so yeah, it got to me internally. I used to be able to voice that, but I couldn't. I didn't sleep a lot last night. Just something I deal with.
You gonna be okay?
I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine.
Tracey, so by listening to your show last night, you obviously aren't too pleased with Scott. He thinks, or you think, that he doesn't do too much around here. He's lazy, but he says that's not the case.
Well, of course he's going to say that. He wants to keep his job and he wants to keep his paycheck. And, too many people have come in here since this happened saying, oh, thank you for saying that, or that was great, or I'm so glad you finally called him out. So if I'm not the only one who notices it, maybe, there's really some truth to it.
Has anyone come to you saying that's not the case?
No, just Scott.
So everyone that has come in has said you're right.
Yes.
So do you think he's being delusional, that he actually thinks he's doing work?
I don't really know. I don't know. I mean, I guess he wants to justify himself in some way, but it is what it is,
Have you spoken to him since last night?
No, he just walked by me in the hall and wouldn't even make eye contact, so I think we're going to stay that way for a while.
Is it going to get ugly, you think?
No.
Just steer clear of each other?
Yeah.
Do you think he's going to make an effort now to get things done for you when you ask?
I think we all know better than that. If it's, broken for 20 years, it's a little too late to fix it now, so so be it.
I really am. Nah, I kind of am. I'm kind of done. I mean, I love it here, and I love doing the radio show and all that stuff. But I think after a year and a half more worth of shows, it's time for me to sing my swan song. You know, and some things are starting to bother me, and I don't want it to get ugly.
Oh.
You know what I mean? There are things around here that are bothering me.
I see.
And I'm not the type that complains to people, so I just let it brew inside of me, and then I just leave. But, I don't know. Stuff bothers me. Stuff bothers me all the time, but I don't know. It's enough already of me.
Well, David Hinckley just had to change his article.
Yeah, well, I don't know. You know, it's like Jimmy said to me over the week. He says, "You got to stay. You know, it's so great. The show's never been better. Blah 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 blah. You guys work so well together." I said, "Yeah." I said, "We do." I said, "We're good at this, but how much longer can you keep doing this thing?"
Well, here's a rap that everybody gives me, and so I'll ask you now. You'll be fine doing nothing. Everyone says, "Can Howard get?" You know, people go, "Howard, I know his personality. I listen to him. He's a personality. Can he stay home and do nothing?"
Well, he won't. Doesn't have to do nothing. You know.
No, there are things I could do. I could straighten the pillows. I have to have a meeting. I have meetings about everything. You know. I guess I am the. I am the leader of the show, so I meet about everything. My meeting today is with Gary, Laura, my assistant, and Tracey. Because something set me off. Carol Leifer, who was our guest the other week, sent me a box of chocolate. So, I get a list of things that were sent in. So now probably that's a week old or something, or I don't know how many days old.
It came in last Wednesday.
So I got word today. So, I got to put a system in place where somebody back there goes, "Oh, Carol Leifer was a guest. She sent Howard a personal note and a gift." It should go right over to Howard.
Right.
In other words, we're not going to go through the usual system of putting. If someone's got to be
a week later, it'll show up at Howard's desk.
Somebody's got to be a little bit on top of that, so that I can get and then I want to figure out how I can get a note to Carol Leifer real quick, a personal note. Like maybe I dictate it to either Tracey or Laura, and they, I don't know if any of them, Laura takes dictation. I can just go, "Hey, Carol, thanks so much. You were great." And then right away it gets acknowledged that we got her box of chocolates. Because that's really nice of her to do.
Doesn't fall into the black hole of, wow, I wonder if my gift got there.
Yeah. So then I called Laura last night. I said, "How do we get this done?" I said, "Let's have a conference call. Because if I don't conduct it, it'll never get done because no one takes it seriously."
Well, we would take that. See, we would take that seriously.
But Gary, how many years we've been doing this? 20-something years.
Right, but we have
nobody can figure out that, like when Carol Leifer sends something, that I should know about it pretty quickly. I mean, who wants a box of chocolates sitting around for a week anyway?
It wasn't a week, Howard. It hasn't been a week. You knew yesterday. It got here late Wednesday afternoon, and you knew yesterday. That is some time, but it's not a week.
I don't know. And then it's sitting in your office, and who opens the mail? You?
No, Tracey opens the mail.
Right.
She logs
Tracey says you get the box of chocolates.